I have no idea if it actually went live. Hopefully it did now. Welcome everybody to an evening chat with me, Four Collins Productions, the guy with the sign. Let's see if this is actually functioning correctly because I have been talking to myself for the last 3 minutes and I don't think I was actually live. So chat, let me know. Am I actually live this time? We'll see. I even played the stream intro and everything and it wasn't ready to go. So let's see if it is working now. Chat, go ahead. Let me know. Is the stream actually functioning? There we are. Good. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. You have all been watching the intro play on loop for a while, but let me tell you a little bit about it because I have a fun idea that I developed with Chimpo, who is also in the chat. So, yeah, ground me into paste. All right. So, this intro that I have edited together is an old Nike commercial from the early 2000s. And it's just a really funny LeBron meme, basically. But it has a very nice intro vibe to it. And I've decided that anyone who donates and is at the top of the leaderboard on the donations, which you can check in the description below, whoever's at the top, your avatar will be edited into the intro before every single stream that plays. That's what was playing on loop beforehand, which I will play it again for you guys right now so that you can see a little bit more in a bigger frame what it looks like. But if you want to get added into this, you can. I actually had to strip the voice of the commercial from the music because the music is copyrighted. So there you go, YouTube. But if you want to be featured in streams from now on and basically be immortalized in the Four Collins Productions YouTube channel, that's a great way to do it. So let me play it for you real quick.
Training in the pool.
Baby, we can go anytime. You just let me know what's good for you.
You can't get through Detroit training in no pool. You think Michael trained in the pool? No, I don't think so.
And stop looking at my lemonade.
Here I come! Cannonball!
Oh, you got Pop Sweat.
Don't make me get out of this seat.
Come on in!
Yeah.
He won't get in the water. He don't want to get his hair wet. Pretty boy.
Hold that thought. I'm gonna call you back.
Oh, Lord.
So I gotta say, it took probably like 3 hours to edit just the sign into that commercial, and then it took some more time to add Chimpo's face into that. So there you go. But that is how you can be immortalized in this YouTube channel. I think it's a great way to kind of give back to you guys who are directly supporting the channel. So there you go. But now it is time to answer your thought-provoking questions. So please let me know, throw them in chat. I am eager to see what you guys have to ask me. It can be anything. It can be about music. It can be about YouTube. I am all ears right now. I've got the next 2 hours blocked off, so you guys ask away. And I can flip like that, by the way, Alex, just so you know. I can in real life. I'm not going to do it right now on stream because I'm nervous, but later. Maybe. So throw me your questions. Favorite anime if you watch any, from Alex. Okay. This is an interesting one. I haven't really been a big anime person. I don't watch a ton. I used does Pokemon count as an anime? I don't know if I'm really up to snuff with the vibes of anime, but I watched Pokemon as a kid when it would pop up, and I thought that was pretty good. But as you can tell, I am very inexperienced with anime. If you have suggestions, let me know. I've heard One Punch Man is really good. I have heard the music to oh shoot, what is it? Cowboy Bebop, and the music for that is fantastic. So that's all also, nice option. But yeah, favorite anime, I don't unfortunately really have an answer other than I guess Pokemon, because it's really the only one that I've watched. I have seen Arcane. I know that's not an anime, but Arcane is really, really freaking good, and it just reminded me of that. Let's see here. Wipe or let it crust. Get out of here, bro. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop is so good. I already recommended my personal favorite to you. Got others if you want them. Did you watch the Cyberpunk anime? I haven't seen the Cyberpunk anime. I heard it was really solid. In fact, I heard it was really sad. I played Cyberpunk 2099 when it, or 2077 when it came out. It was a good game. It almost broke my Xbox and also gave me so many headaches. I played Cyberpunk right when it came out, and that was when it had all of those major issues, but I was so hyped for the game to come out because I was right at okay, this takes some backstory. Okay, just bear with me, chat. Bear with me. Okay, Cyberpunk, right? Occurred during a time of my life where I was really starting to actually get into open world games. Same time period as Red Dead Redemption 2, because I was too young really for GTA 5 to get like the GTA 5 experience. One, my parents wouldn't really let me play it, which that's fair. But like the other thing too was that none of my friends really played it. I was busy playing Minecraft, you know, I was pretty young. So when Cyberpunk was getting announced, and after I think on my timeline, right? I think that came out after Red Dead Redemption 2. But I had like been open to open world games, and I really wanted to like get my hands on Cyberpunk because it seemed so cool and just so groundbreaking for what it was. And then when it came out, I had an Xbox One, and it was recommended for the higher, like the Xbox One X or whatever it was, and it ran so poorly on my Xbox. It was so bad. Like it would stutter frames like crazy. And it got to the point where like I had to turn all of the settings way down so it could just run. But then it would still lag sometimes during fight sequences. So I couldn't even really play without my brain just like melting. So like I could only play for like maybe an hour at a time. Was able to make it through the game. The first like 10 hours of that game were absolute cinema. And after that though, it was not, it was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. But Red Dead Redemption 2, like after playing that story, if you've played that game, it's hard to find things that come into even a close second to that game. So, long answer to have I seen the Cyberpunk anime? No, but that's probably at one at the top of my list in terms of checking out, just because it sounds really interesting. But yeah, it's so good. Hello, Mystery. Thanks for stopping by. Favorite game then, I guess. Okay. Favorite game. I mean, you've heard me talk a lot about Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'm going to give two answers here. Story, Red Dead Redemption 2. Easily, hands down, is probably one of the best games I've ever it's the best game I've ever played in my life. I have played rare games that have actually made me cry. The only two have been Before Your Eyes and Red Dead Redemption 2. So, yeah, it is just so good. I have not played Elden Ring. I played Dark Souls 2. I played Dark Souls 2 and I made it about 10 hours into the game and I couldn't do it. I am not a fan of those games that are just ridiculously hard. I think I'm a little bit more of I guess the type of gamer where I like dedicating my hours into getting better at a game when I'm playing other people. When I'm playing by myself, my skill level, I don't feel as motivated to improve. So a great example would be Minecraft, actually. So like building is a skill, right? And in single player Minecraft, I barely ever play single player, even though like I might have a forever world or whatever. Like I don't really care about what my buildings look like because nobody else is looking at them. And multiplayer though, I want to get better at building so that people can see like my creations. So with Elden Ring, it's a similar thing where it's like it's mostly single player and it is just brutal. That game is seriously just like torture. Elden Ring seems to be the most approachable of the series, but yeah, so I haven't played Elden Ring. I played Dark Souls 2. Wasn't really my thing. That's why I've stayed kind of away from those games. But who knows? Maybe in the future, if you guys really want to see me suffer, I'll stream Elden Ring if enough people seem interested in that, and you can watch me cry live on camera. To go back to what I was saying, Red Dead Redemption 2, top for my story game. For my multiplayer game, it's got to be Minecraft. Like, it's the gold standard. It's so good. I could talk about Minecraft for a long time. Um, but I'm not gonna lie, it's been a really good last couple years for gaming. Like Lethal Company, even to this day, I think about a lot and how good that game was. I still really enjoy it. I kind of modded it to Oblivion, so it's like now it's a little saturated, if you will, but it's still such a good game. I love zombies too. COD Zombies. I'd be happy to stream that game. Like oh man, dude, running Origins, bliss. If you have checked out my second channel, I know I'm just plugging everything. I don't mean to be obnoxious about that, but on the second channel, with Black Ops 3, I've been using it as like background footage for commentary about whatever problems going on because I like ranting in front of a microphone. So good. Playing Origin single player and trying to get all the stabs is just like it itches an area of my brain. It's just so good. So let's see here. Haven't played Elden Ring. PvP or PvE helps motivate you to improve. Makes sense. Yeah, Alex, you got it. It's kind of just like when I have something immediate giving me feedback immediately as a person, or player versus entity, it's kind of a similar thing. There's just something about it, even really annoying games. Like I play Valorant actually quite a bit, and I've actually been getting into CS2 more lately because my friends played a lot. And those games, I love the strategy part of it. When you're playing against other people and they are actively trying to change their game plan based on what you're doing, Valorant for me is like that, especially because of the abilities. I tried getting into Overwatch and Rainbow Six long before Valorant came out, but I just couldn't. But yeah, like Valorant is kind of my go-to where I just need to like block out the world around me and I don't want to be video editing or anything. I will sit down and play Valorant and then just get really mad at the game but get competitive, and that's really fun to me actually. So I like competitive shooter games quite a bit. Thoughts on Friend Slop as a whole? Talking about like Lethal Company type games and all that, I'm assuming, and like Peak, and I don't think Friend Slop is a good way to put it. I like that you put it in quotes. I imagine it's not really slop, even if the game is like more poorly made. Like I think it's really fun going on Steam and just finding some free game and playing it with friends to see how it is. Even if it's so-called friend slop with like proximity chat and all that, and it's usually a horror game, I have so many good memories with it. It's so immersive as an experience. Like we are so lucky that in the last couple of years those games have been coming out like crazy. So it's been very, very nice. So yeah. Yeah, those points are valid. Thanks, Owen. Owixin. Yep. Thoughts on the concept of time capsules and the modern forms of them? Oh man, that's a very interesting question. Okay. Thoughts on the concept of time capsules? I mean, fascinating, to put it in a one word, I guess. Remarkably, actually, I think this can actually apply to the YouTube channel itself in a sense where I love being able to have pieces of art or pieces of like me that have history. So old photos, right, are a great example where like on your phone in your camera roll, like the camera app on iPhone is a total disaster. So like it doesn't really feel the same, but when you look at old photos, especially if they're actually printed out and you have them, there's something about it that is so just magical. And especially for me, I get obsessed with like the little nuances of like why maybe they're damaged, a little like water damage or something, and it tells a little bit of a story. So with my videos, it's a similar thing where I think of every video that I make kind of as a time capsule to what culture is like during that time. I mean, making the video, where my mind was at when I was writing the essay. And I can go back years from now and hear like, what was my microphone setting like back then? Did it sound terrible or did it sound good? And did I sound more excited to talk about something than something else? Like, I hope this doesn't sound narcissistic, but I do go back and watch my own videos quite often. Not necessarily to like be like, okay, this is what I can improve on, more so just to like enjoy what I was like 2 years ago and talking about Green Day and being obsessed about Hawaii Part 2 and stuff like that, So time capsules, fascinating. That's the best way I could put it. Let's see here. God, peak Overwatch was peak gaming. You know, like when games are just in their multiplayer prime, there's nothing like it. Like Black Ops 2 Zombies in its prime. Oh my gosh. Trying to find people to run Easter eggs and just like scrolling through lobbies was so much fun. Like those were the glory days. And like same goes for I mean Hypixel when it or Mineplex when it was really going. Oh my gosh. Best Minecraft server by far. um Lethal Company when it was in its prime and popular, like it's just so much fun, so much nostalgia for that, you know. Seems like a bunch of messages are getting deleted. Seems based on message length. Yeah. I wonder if that's a problem here. I can maybe change that live. Why don't I take a look at that real quick while we're doing this, and I'll see if I can multitask. I think it might be in the spam filters. Yeah, here it's the paragraph protection. Let me turn that off and go ahead and give it a try now, guys. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to get like the Stream Elements bot to like work. The problem here's some behind the scenes for you guys. I've been setting up stream stuff for the last couple days, and the Stream Elements bot doesn't work unless it's a public live stream. So like I had to wait until I'm basically ready to go, and then I just got to figure stuff out literally on the move. So yeah, let me know if there's any problems. I will not take it personally at all. But yeah, automod stuff, like I'm a one-man team, but yeah, that's how it goes. I know that there's like caps protection and stuff like that, but all right, let's see if that worked. Physical objects are easier to get sentimental about, as well as stuff that you've made, like your videos. That's not narcissistic at all. I do the same. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, and Alex, you've shown me some of your videos too, and on the Discord server, we had a show and tell last weekend, and that was really fun. And Alex showed off some of their videos that they had created that were just fantastic animations that I forgot what the game was that you used, but it was like solid camera work. It's just really, really good. And so like there's something about it where you have a passion for that, you get in a flow state, you're making something, and then afterwards you go back and you view it, and it really does feel like everything is a little time capsule. It doesn't have to be something you literally put in a shoebox and bury in the ground. It can be something you put on YouTube and then forget about for a couple years. That's why if you want to do YouTube, don't delete your old videos. Seriously, don't do it. You never know when it'll get thrown into the algorithm if you want to be serious about it, or even not. Like, they are time capsules. At the very, very most, if you want to keep them private, unlist them, right? Because those videos are special. There's something really special about them. I have videos from when I was 10 years old, when I thought I could be a YouTuber and it would be as easy as taking my iPhone 4 and screen recording my mom's MacBook playing Minecraft. And I thought I was going to make it big like Mumbo Jumbo and Etho and all them. Clearly I did not, but at least back then. I'm happy where I'm at now. But yeah, like back then, you know, that was my dream. And if you guys have seen my Q&A video, I think is my 10,000 subscriber special, like I used clips from those videos on there. Like it's magical to see yourself at that age and being so passionate about something. And then, you know, way down the line, I was like, you guys have helped me make that dream come true, which is really cool. So I'm so happy I get to do this live stream with you guys and talk about it. But yeah, Automod literally said too long, don't care. Send it again. Yeah, I'm not seeing some stuff. I think is just too long. I don't know. Sorry about that random guy asking though. That's a great username, by the way. Very solid username. By the way, are things popping up on screen for you guys? Like, can you see the chat on screen? Like I don't have a live like feedback thing going on right now, so I don't know. But we got 12 people here though. I'm happy with that. Like just a chill, nice little talk. Random guy asking says, please watch The Long Walk. I did not expect Lionsgate and Francis Lawrence to make one of the best movies of the year. I am very excited to see it. I am actually on the fence between, do I read the Stephen King novel first and then watch the movie? Or do I just go see the movie? Because that, and then there's a Leonardo DiCaprio film coming out this week that I really want to see too. Which, go support these like more original films, by the way. I'm so tired of seeing the sequels. So like, I went and saw Sinners earlier this year. Great example. Like just go see them. We don't need more just slop, by Hollywood. And you can send that message to the box office. So highly recommend. But yeah, I haven't seen The Long Walk yet. I really want to see it. I kept seeing things on social media where during the preview screenings they had audience members actually walk on treadmills like while watching, which is like, oh, I heard it's super intense, just great movie. There's another Stephen King book that's getting turned into a movie this year called The Running Man, which I actually bought the book earlier this year and started reading it, and I finished it in like 3 days because it was so fast paced. It was just lightning quick. It was so good. So highly recommend that book. I'm excited to see how that movie turns out. It's very evil dystopian game show. A very, very small synopsis is that it's about this guy who enters himself in this game show called The Running Man, which in order to win I think it's $1 billion, you have to survive for a month with like basically a SWAT team hunting you down, trying to kill you. And you have to submit like these film tapes every 48 hours of where you're at like a drop-off location. And if you don't, then you lose. So it's so good. Highly recommend. It's coming out in theaters, I think in November. But yeah, The Long Walk, I really want to check out. I really kind of want to read the book first because Stephen King is just so freaking good. So good. So, yeah, haven't seen The Long Walk quite yet, but hope to check it out. Let's see here. I hope he reads it considering it's the Hunger Games guy. The Hunger Games. I'm confused with what you mean, random guy asking it, as in like the Hunger Games guy and the actor for Caesar Flickerman, or are you talking about the author Suzanne Collins who wrote the Hunger Games? I'm not sure. I do that with my Minecraft worlds. Yeah, Chimpo, like there's many time capsules. Grace B says something that I found so cool was that you went to CSU. My dad went there and we lived in Colorado for most of our lives. I was wondering what led you to CSU or your journey to it. Oh man, this is cool. Go Rams. I actually just graduated from CSU last year. It was a good time. CSU is a good school. I grew up in Fort Collins for most of my life, and I don't want to obviously give too much personal information, but CSU was one of the 3 Colorado schools I applied to. I applied to CSU, CU, and UNC. CU felt a little too party culture for me. It's not a diss on them. CU seems like a fun school, but just not my thing. And it's super expensive. And UNC is in Greeley, Colorado, which sorry if anybody watching this is from Greeley, but not my thing. So CSU kind of felt like home. I mean, it was home basically. I grew up going to Rams football games as a kid, and the town Fort Collins can't decide if it's a college town or a retirement community, but CSU is a good college town on that part of town near Old Town and everything like that. Is just really cool. I really do like CSU quite a bit. So Grace, like, what led me to CSU was kind of just felt like home. It was the easy option. And Colorado and Fort Collins it doesn't really get much better than that. It's a little busy these days, but CSU is just so solid. So yeah, would highly recommend. The staff there, oh my gosh, the faculty at CSU are so good. So good. The psych program, the music program, everybody that I worked with at CSU was really, really top notch. So it's a great school. Would highly recommend. And props to your dad too. Tell him that's really cool. CSU alum. Let's go. Their football team sucks though, so don't get your hopes up. Reza Roy, I can't say long. Okay. But thanks for entertaining me with your funny lectures. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. Alex, also it's a legacy thing, and that's very important to me personally. Legacy and being able to look back is important for improving. You're right. Like time capsules, like, with your videos or with music, that's another good example. Like, it's just, okay. I promise I'm not just plugging this so that I get more views on YouTube. I literally do not care if you do this or not. I just hit my mic stand. But if you go back and see like the first couple videos that I made, and you will see what Alex and I are talking about exactly, where it's like you can track your progress live through time. Just seeing that Green Day video compared to what I have recently put out, night and day difference in terms of editing, in terms of writing, in terms of like just style. My voice sounds so much better. So yeah. Chimpo says no. I don't know what that is actually related to, but oh no, the overlay isn't active. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how to get that working. Do you guys care? I feel like YouTube kind of already has it. Honestly, personally, when I watch live streams, I actually don't really like it when the overlay is like covering up the whole screen, but let me know what you guys think. Sinners was so fire. My wife is demanding I see The Long Walk. It's happy wife, happy life, you know, Chimpo. That's how you gotta go. Is your username based on Fort Collins, Colorado? Ronan? Yeah, I guess I kind of answered that with the CSU thing. Yes, it is based on Fort Collins, Colorado. Why don't I let me give a little bit of backstory to the name Fort Collins Productions. So the name itself came from, I was making a mockumentary with my friends just for fun during COVID because we were bored and didn't know what to do. And it was based on simp culture. If you guys don't know what a simp is, I don't know how you've been on the internet and don't know what that is. But in case you don't, it's basically like someone who sucks up to girls or to guys or whoever, you know. And basically we had our friend be like an up and coming simp in this simp world, and Fort Collins was like the capital of the simp industry. And so we were making this mockumentary on what he was experiencing, kind of like an office style approach, and it was fun, but it never actually came to fruition. But I made the YouTube channel for it because I didn't really want to use my own name for something on YouTube like that. And I was like, you know, like I'll just make this extra channel, and then that never panned out. And then one day I was thinking, I was like, I really want to make a video essay. And my girlfriend really wanted me to make one about Green Day, and my friends too, because they were like, you're talking about Green Day all the time. You got to make something. So I was like, okay, fine. So that's what I did. I basically just, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Yeah, I basically made the video, and I was like, do I post it on my personal or on public? And I was like, just in case maybe somebody likes this video, maybe like 10-20 people, I'll throw it up on Fort Collins Productions. That way, just in case like more people like it, maybe I'll put more video essays on there and start something. And then it did way better than I was expecting. Thank you to everybody who's seen that video and is here right now, very much. So yeah, it did very well. And then so I was kind of stuck with the name Fort Collins Productions, and the road sign was just a picture that I picked for it, and there you go. I'm going to try and get through these questions a little bit quicker. I'm talking quite a bit. So thank you for everybody who's sticking around right now. Hi, the Ruthless Duck. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see here. Greeley and it's methane flavored air. No, literally. I live in Greeley and I 100% agree. Yeah. Ronan, sorry you live in Greeley. But yeah, it's pretty brutal. I did go to a breakfast place though that was really good. It was like the upside down pancake, I think, something like that. It was really, really freaking good. Like really good. They had really good pancakes, believe it or not. I really wanted a Monte Cristo, and they were like the only thing popping up for having Monte Cristos, and it was just, oh, it was so good. Delightful. Let's see here. Random guy asking, went AKA for a sec. When I said the Hunger Games guy, I meant Francis Lawrence. Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha. Alex, I'll show you how to get that running if you want after the stream. Sounds good to me. I don't know if I can after the stream necessarily, but we'll figure out a time. Random guy asking, also would recommend not reading the novel for the long walk yet because you dread when another character has to go. Okay, fair enough. Actually, maybe that is a really, really good point, actually. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Alex, anyway, next question. What's your favorite trope in storytelling? What's your favorite example of its implementation? Ooh. Favorite trope in storytelling? That's a really good question. I would say probably very, very good character development that takes a very long time. Like a long time. I'm talking like Breaking Bad levels of character development. Like when a story, you can tell it is basically started and ended in the same writing session, that's my favorite go-to. When you can tell that when they sat down, like Vince Gilligan sat down and he's like, Walter White is going to go from being a high school chemistry teacher to being a drug lord that is literally as narcissistic as he comes, but there's going to be little tidbits along the way of him slowly changing. Oh my gosh, there, it's so satisfying as a viewer because everything that Walter does in the show is frustrating, but it makes sense. Characters that make decisions that make sense. Such a good story trope. So good. Breaking Bad's my go-to. Better Call Saul's another good example. Grey's Anatomy, actually, I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy, and I really actually enjoy the character development in Grey's Anatomy. So, shout out to my girlfriend for that one. Would you ever do a video on horror movie / show soundtracks? Yes, I would. Okay, here's the thing, right? I have to be very careful with movie and show soundtracks because copyright on YouTube is just abysmal right now. Certain ones are easier than others. So like you can get around it by using like live covers, stuff like that. So it's kind of horror, not really, it's more thriller, but Severance is one that I really want to talk about. The music in Severance, that intro, oh my god. I've wanted to talk about Haunting of Hill House quite a bit. You want to talk about character development and character motivation. Oh, Haunting of Hill House, such a good fall movie. I really want to talk about Over the Garden Wall too, stuff like that, which isn't really horror, but it's still like kind of creepy, you know? So to answer your question, yes, I've certainly thought about it. I have it on my list. I just, how motivated am I to try and jump through the hoops of horror movie soundtracks and just everything being copyrighted? Will say though, next video, you're in for a treat. It's spooky season, people. Random guy asking, what's your opinion on the big boom that indie animation, in particular Glitch, is having on the internet culture and just popularity worldwide? Yeah, you know, I think it's great. I think anything animation related is just really solid. I think we need more of it. In terms of like what I think of indie animation, I think of the Spider-Verse effect and what happened when Sony Animations actually published that movie and what happened afterwards. It was like for the first time since what Pixar was doing in the early 2000s, animation was actually getting put on a pedestal again and what it could achieve. And then you had shows like Arcane coming out that was just like beautiful visuals, just oh my god, like just jaw-dropping, just incredible. So I really like it. I really like how it's making its way all around the internet. I think it's such a great way of expression. It's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. I could not be an animator. Just for the keyframing I did for this stuff, like it takes forever. So massive respect to animators here. Yeah, Dr. Coconut. Have you ever heard of the band The Broken Bells? No, I have not. I'd be happy to check them out though. The Ruthless Duck, what ideas do you have for future videos? So plenty. I have here, let me show you. I have a notes tab in my phone that is completely filled with video ideas. So I've got scrolling just like this is all video ideas. They range all over the place. So some of these are really old, some of them are newer. So like one was about Halo's music. I've been meaning to do a video about that. I've got stuff about Extinction and Call of Duty Ghosts. I've got stuff about the game Firewatch, which is a great game. The Sound of Pixar, The Boys Show, stuff like that. The history of Casa Bonita for my Colorado for fam, you know, like Kane Pixel's music, like just all over the place. So I have ideas just everywhere. So what ideas do I have for future videos? About a million, and I'm always looking for more. Have you ever considered writing a book? Thank you, Grace. No, not really. I think I really like what Jacob Geller did with his book where let me rephrase this, right? Jacob Geller is another video essayist on YouTube, and he just published his second book, which is a collection of his video essays with extra notes and stuff in them. I would be interested in doing something like that, where you can see tidbits of like, I mean, the full thing of how I work. A book itself, I've never really thought about. I like telling stories, but I've never sat down to make like a full book length story, something like that. I've just never really thought too much about it. I like going a little bit more the research approach, but making it a story. A good example is the gummy bear video that I did, where it starts out with this guy walking into a bar hitting on a waitress, and it turns out that him calling her his gummy bear and being really creepy turned out to be a viral song that has a couple billion views on YouTube. So like stuff like that, where I would love to publish a collection of that, you know, for the channel, and it like to have it would be a cool little like memorial thing, a time capsule, if you will, Alex. But yeah, Grace, I haven't really thought about it too much. But massive props to people who do. I think it's pretty cool. Alex, Grey's is a good example. Yeah, Grey's Anatomy is a fun show. Dr. Coconut, Ronan the Barbarian. So sorry, you live in Greeley. How do you manage? Oh, let's see here. Alex, I like all the questions you're asking. I just want to throw this around so I get to other people's questions too. Piggy Style, a great name. Just want to know, how much has Vanos Gaming affected you or the way you run your YouTube channel? Oh, so much. So much. Okay, actually, okay, just for you, Piggy Style, you gotta check this out. I made a Be Right Back like thing for the stream, and Kevin MacLeod, who, if you don't know, he makes a bunch of royalty-free music, and Vanos basically is what made him popular. Check out this Be Right Back thing. I'm very proud of this. It uses the elevator music, and then the sign, you know, bounces around and all that. Okay, I'm not gonna stick there for too long, but yeah, like Vanos influences everything I do. I mean, my sense of humor is based off of Vanos, and like the way that I edit my videos with sound effects and stuff based off of Vanos. Like, just he's a great creator. So much history. There's a reason I made a video about him. He's just super cool. Good question. Okay. Nisa, yeah, Cause Bonita, you know. Alex, yeah, Firewatch, great game. Hello, Jet Slayer. Bye. The Ruthless Duck, what is your opinion on the game Celeste? Haven't played it, but I have a friend who really likes it. Unfortunately, that's all I got to offer. I don't really know too much about it. Cater Tots, have you seen Ted Lasso or The Good Place? I feel like they do an amazing job at writing character arcs. Oh, The Good Place. Oh my gosh, that show. Okay, Ted Lasso, have not seen it. I need to, though, because I have Apple TV now, and I watched Severance. Severance was really good, and I've heard that Ted Lasso is great too. So I gotta check it out. But The Good Place, would highly recommend, chat. If you haven't seen The Good Place, it's on Netflix. Absolutely watch it. You gotta see it. It's so freaking good. It has one of the best twists at the end of the show, and Christian Bale does such a good job in that. It's just, oh, it's such a good show. Character development on just fantastic. The later seasons, I lost a little bit of interest. I've seen 1, 2, and 3, but I haven't seen past that. Or maybe 1 and 2. I can't remember how many seasons there are. But I watched it basically when it first came out, and it was just, oh, it was so good. Good question. Celeste Hater confirmed. Shut up. Gotta eat lunch now. Thanks for answering my questions. Bye. Adios. Thanks for stopping by, Duck. Alex, we were all just a mixture of our inspirations. Most of my humor came from Merc Music. Oh my gosh. Merc Music. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen that name in a while. That's a throwback. And various other YouTubers I've exposed to as a kid. Some I really shouldn't have been watching at the time. Vanos was that for me. Like, I watched a lot of Sky Does Minecraft too, and he was a little, he got me in trouble quite a few times. I think he's gotten in real life trouble quite a few times. Okay, now I'm getting caught up in chat here. Sorry if I skip some people's questions. It's hard to kind of keep track of everything, but we're still going. Thanks everybody for stopping by, whoever did. Let's see here. I love Celeste so much, could not recommend enough. If you like hard games, especially platformers, would be interested in checking out platformer hard games. I don't know. I talked a little bit earlier about how I don't like games that make me want to cry. Because they're so difficult. But who knows? I want to do more live streams in the future, not just Q&A sessions. An idea that I had, which for those of you watching afterwards, make sure like leave comments and suggestions too. I want to play games in the future for you guys. And what I want to do is dedicate like an hour to playing the game. And then after, take a break and break down the music of the game that I just experienced. So, easy example, Mario Kart, right? Let's say I play Rainbow Road, right? Mario Kart Wii Classic, right? Let's say I go through and play the whole King Cup. And then that was King Cup, right? I think so. And after that, after playing through the whole thing, I pause and we go through the music and we listen to it again and talk about it. It's great for video game music because I don't have to worry about copyright. I can't really do it with shows or anything else. You guys know copyright rules, but stuff like that. I want to play games for you guys. Like I want to have that conversation, and I got a music degree. I know how to listen to music. I know how to analyze it. Like I want to talk to you guys about it because I love it. It's just YouTube monetization sucks. So live streams are a good way of doing that though, without me having to edit a whole video talking about it. So let's see here. So I don't get too lost. Random guy asking, Spica movies are also a great essayist. His video about seeing a really creepy face online when he was a child, and how a scene on Long Legs made that childhood trauma resurfaces gold. Oh, good suggestion. I am going to write that down. Spicama movies. Why haven't I heard of this channel before? Here, I'm gonna make a new tab on my phone. That's gonna be live stream Rex. We're gonna put that on there. What was his name? Spicama movies. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you very much for that suggestion. All right, that's written down. Adam is one of my oldest inspirations too. Who inspired you to do YouTube? Dr. Coconut, to answer that question, a lot of people. A lot. First and foremost, I'm going to say my personal friends and my girlfriend really inspired me to actually start making video essays. I've been wanting to make videos for a very long time, especially about music, because it's been such a big part of my life. You can see I have musical instruments all over my office right now. And I have always wanted to talk about music, and I couldn't stand listening to my own voice. And my girlfriend helped me get over that, and my friends helped me get over that, because they straight up are like, we're tired of hearing you rant in person about why Green Day is so great all the time. Please make a video and just put all your thoughts in that. There you have it. And that was what inspired me. My style then was inspired by kind of three people. I would say Jacob Geller in terms of writing and structure, Emp Lemon in terms of editing and music use, and also writing. And then the third one is a bunch of different people, which changes based on what kind of video it is. Vanoss could be one of those that you could throw in there who influences that stuff. Minecraft YouTubers, even Etho has inspired me in some of the ways that just making it a little bit more drawn out, a little bit more transparent, if you will. Let's see here. What are some other YouTube inspirations? I'm going to name like two more and then we'll move on from this question. I just got to think. I would say there's another video essayist I watch a lot. Who is it? Jacob Geller, Emp Lemon. Oh, Solar Sands. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Solar Sands is a really, really solid one. Those are my big influences when it comes to video essays. Sips and the whole Yogg's cast influences so much my childhood. Oh yeah, Chimpo. Like, so much. Yeah, it does a good job at ramping the difficulty at a manageable pace. Maybe Celeste is for me, guys. Maybe that's it. And the music is lit, so I might have to check it out. And Deltarune's finally going to play Deltarune. Yes, Chimpo has been twisting my arm to play Deltarune. Let's see here. Have you played Vintage Story? No, I have not, Henry. Thank you very much for the suggestion, though. Feel free. Tell me a little bit about it. I'm getting caught up in chat, so I'd be happy to hear. Grace, what interested you into getting a music degree? Did you get into any other majors? Grace, okay. Hold on. So, this stupid instrument. I've been playing trumpet since I was in 6th grade when I saw that it had 3 valves. And I was like, okay, that's got to be pretty easy to play. So I just picked it up and I was okay at it. And it was a really nice feedback loop where I was starting to get better at it. I joined jazz band. I really enjoyed jazz and all that. And I stuck with it. Let me do that. So after I played trumpet for a while and I played throughout high school, I felt good at it. I felt like it was kind of my calling. Sometimes you just know, and that's what it was with trumpet, but not completely. I never really got onto board with like practicing all the time every day until I actually got into college. And so when I was auditioning for universities, I didn't even audition at UNC. I only auditioned at CU and CSU. CSU, the trumpet professor there was just fantastic. He was so kind to me. And it, for those of you who don't know, in music school, you have to take weekly lessons that are an hour. And every week, you're basically meeting one-on-one with your professor and showing them what you're working on, and your progress is tracked on a weekly basis. And you get yelled at, and you get told to do better, and you also get told that you're sounding good. And you have a very close connection with your music professor, for your instrument, closer than any other professor in college. It's one of the nice things about being a music student. And so when that kind of connected, it inspired me to keep playing, and college brought me to some of the most magical places with music. I mean, I got to play in Spain last spring break, which was really freaking cool. I played with the CSE Wind Symphony with that. I got to play some music that just, oh my gosh, I could talk about it for a long time. So what inspired me to get my degree, I was good at it. I liked it. I was good at it. That's a Breaking Bad reference for all you old heads out there. But, yeah. So I got a double major in psychology too. And so that you can see it come out in my videos, music and psych, and like how they blend together. The little girl's nightmares video that I posted about a year ago goes into a lot of detail about a piece of music that talks about her dreams and this little girl who experienced all these nightmares, and like super cool stuff. And it's the cross between psych and music, and that I love psychology. So I could talk about psych for a long time. So you guys ask me about music and psych and I will talk about it. But yeah, so double major psych and trumpet performance. Let's see here. Let's get caught up. I would love a video on the broken bells because they definitely have some deep lore, but I do not know what it is. All right, Dr. Coconut, I'm writing it down in a video essay idea. I can't promise anything. I have a whole video suggestions tab on Discord, and I unfortunately think I have yet to use. Everyone keeps asking for a Weezer video, and I don't know if I'm gonna do one. We'll see. Broken bells. The broken bells. Alex actually gave me an interesting idea about Smash Mouth's lost album for a movie called Zoom, I think, which super interesting. All right, let's see here. A lot of the best video essayists, Jesus, are very unknown. Algorithm has been pushing them a lot more as of late. Hell, I found you from your end poem video, one of your best in my opinion, honest opinion. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, oh my gosh, a song for the end of the universe. That I was thinking about that video for a long time, and I'm so glad I got to make it. Yeah, the best video essayists out there are always the small ones. I mean, to be fair, Jacob Geller is my favorite just because he never misses. You want to talk about great academic writing and entertaining writing? Jacob Geller. He's just unmatched. There's nothing like it. Let's see here. Random guy says he has 2 vids on the matter: when a film triggers your childhood fear, and one picture that haunted me for years. Both vids are 9 minutes long. Oh, easy. Okay, I'll check them out. Theory, I'm late. That's okay, Theory. I love Solar Sands and Geller. I know, right? Dr. Coconut, he's so good. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna jump around a little just so that I know there's a lot of questions here, but I want to get like newcomers and get their questions. So, Rootown 1204. Do you know the YouTube series Hunter the Parenting? It's a YouTube series by the same folks who did Emperor Text-to-Speech, but is based in the World of Darkness universe. Recommend it because it's indie. No, I have not. So thank you for the recommendation. I will also write that down. Hunter the Parenting. Okay, we're writing this down. Hunter the Parenting. Okay. Random guy asking. The reason I found you out is because I'm a massive Tally Hall and Hawaii Part 2 fanatic. I don't know how many hours I've listened to Dream Suite and C Major, Labyrinth, The Mind Electric, etc., etc. Yeah, I mean, I personally, I don't listen to a lot of Tally Halls much since I completed that project, but Hawaii Part 2, I've got it on vinyl. Oh my gosh, it is one of my favorite albums of all time. Do you want to talk about a time capsule? Hawaii Part 2, one of the most fascinating concept albums I've ever heard in my life. I'm so glad that I broke down that video, like, or broke down that album. Honestly, like, yeah, I'm glad that it did well on YouTube, but mostly to get my own thoughts just out onto paper and talk about it, because that album, it's so underrated. There's still so many people that don't know that album. So, where can I join the Discord, Dr. Coconut? It is in the description, actually, of this live stream, I'm pretty sure. You can also check all the descriptions on my previous video, and it's in there. So that's how you can join. All right, let's see here. Retown would be a cool topic, especially after they're getting fucked by the YouTube currently, and they're funding the animation themselves. Oh, that's cool. Very funny and natural dialogue, and really good score by McCurdy. That's cool. Yeah, like, YouTube's decision making lately has been interesting, you know. I haven't been a major fan lately. YouTube behind the scenes right now, like, let's talk about the Caesar Flickerman video that I just did. The intro to that took probably 4 hours to edit because I had to layer, well, the original song War by the Empire Brass. No, not the Empire Brass. Great Brass Quintet, not them. The Hypnotic Brass Ensemble. They played War. That's the Caesar Flickerman intro song, but it's copyrighted on YouTube. And so there's a cover, though, by the something brass band. I can't remember their name. My bad. But they did a cover of it, and I layered the two over each other and made sure to basically cut out War and replace it with the cover, and that ended up working. But, like, you have to just do all sorts of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that I am encouraging this behavior, but yeah, it's just frustrating. Let's see here. Cool topic. Okay, Alex. Wait, if you like music and psych, I have a perfect anime to show you. I'm also very excited to see if you decide to make a video on Summer Girl. There's a story there, and I'm not sure what the hell happened to it. Yeah, no, that Smash Mouth song, super interesting. And yeah, music psych. There's an anime for literally everything. So, let's see, Dr. Coconut. Which street did you take your profile pic from? It is, I'm not going to give like okay. It turns into a county road. It's up by Horsetooth kind of. So it's the county road that goes up and around this bend basically. And then you have like the dam right there, and you can go up into the mountains along the reservoir. It's taken from that corner. It was like, I think during like 2021, I went and took pictures up there because the sun was just hitting them perfectly, and there you go. And yeah, just super cool. So, Corbin Racer. Hello. Hi. Have you ever watched 8-scale buggy racing? If not, you should. It's pretty entertaining. Okay, so I haven't watched too much buggy racing. I've seen a little bit of rally racing. I used to watch a lot of NASCAR as a kid. I've never been a big like racing person as of late, but okay, here's the thing, right? The sports that I'm really into are football, hockey, and basketball, right? And beyond that, it's all over the place. Sometimes I'll watch esports. Sometimes like I'll catch a NASCAR race if I can, but like typically I don't watch too much racing, but I do admire the fact that it is very interesting. It is so high stakes. Like F1 is great. I've been meaning to watch that documentary on Netflix. Let's see here. Henry, Vintage Story is basically a primitive Minecraft. You started in the Stone Age, and you have to start with flint tools, then copper, iron, ETX. I've already dropped 100 hours in a great game, would recommend. Oh, cool. That's interesting. Like, so it's basically like slower progression, you know? I got into, I don't know how similar they are, but I got into Ark earlier this summer, like a decade too late. It was so much fun. It was like $5 on the Steam sale. I checked it out, dumped like 80 hours into it, and then I found out to do the boss fights, you have to dump another like 100, and then I bailed. But great game. I've probably listened to White Bar 2 300 plus times from Dr. Coconut. So freaking good. It's so good. It's so good. Theory, Hawaii Part 2 is a very cinematic album that really could be relevant for the next 100 years. Oh, yeah. We were talking about time capsules earlier, and there you go. There's a time capsule. Alex, yeah, I had no idea what Hawaii Part 2 even was. Yeah, like it was just fascinating. I listened to Dream Sweet in C major because it popped up in my YouTube recommended like out of nowhere, and I listened to it and I was like, the piano in this is amazing. And then there you go. Hawaii Part 2 was my first FCP exposure. Lethal. Yeah, Chimpo. Yeah. Shout out, #1 shatter, by the way. So thank you guys very much for all the support on this stream. We are at 15 people right now. We've had 66 views so far. Like, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was worried that I was gonna be talking to the abyss. So having this many people here is actually very nice. Like, live streaming, I know it may seem like it, that you need to have a couple thousand people to make a live stream entertaining, but oh man, this is great. I'm really enjoying this. It's the perfect size where I can just answer your guys' questions and get to basically all of them. So that is a good drive. Chimpo, same. Let's see here. Another question. HTTP definitely needs support. My team is doing niche TTRP content with WAD since 2020. Supernatural. Huh, that's interesting. Let's see. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do, right? Because I'm having a little bit of a hard time running through this chat. So I'm gonna start a Q&A here. What we're gonna do is I want you guys to ask me something. Let's do music first because that's the go-to, right? So ask me something music related. So you guys are going to see this pop up in your chat. It's basically going to be just like a little Q&A thing, and it's going to filter out everything with a question mark, I'm pretty sure. So let me know what questions you guys have about music, and I'll go ahead and answer them. So Jimbo, get out of here. Didn't even have a question mark, and it still popped up. But all right, chat. Let's see. What questions do you have? In the meantime, I am going to stretch my back because I am tired. Ugh. So, can you guys see the Q&A thing? I hope. Yeah. Theory. You mentioned the trumpet earlier. Is that your first instrument? It is. I've been playing... Well, is it? Okay. Technically speaking, in elementary school, I played the recorder. It is a stupid instrument, though. Actual, like, playing, yes. Trumpet, I've been playing for... Oh my gosh. Like, what, 10 more years? At least, yeah, probably over a decade now. I've been playing trumpet for a very long time. I actually have two. And that's my C trumpet. And then on the case, in my case on the floor, I've got a B flat trumpet. Yeah, I've been playing trumpet for a very long time. So that was my go-to. If you guys have any trumpet questions, I'd be happy to answer those too. Yeah, trumpet is a very frustrating instrument. It hurts to play, but it's a good instrument. Alex, thoughts on breakcore? It's the genre that has no lyrics usually, but lots of samples. I'm also able to keep the emotions of the artist better than most. I'm also able to feel the emotions of the artist better than most lyrical compositions. Breakcore. Okay, I don't completely know what breakcore is. Genre that has no lyrics but usually has lots of samples. So instrumental music, right? Like, are you talking about like beats, like hip hop beats and stuff like that? Because like I know I did a lot of research into those actually for my Adult Swim video, because they use like bumps. That's what they were called, where like the Adult Swim logo would pop up, and then they'd have a bunch of hip hop artists make instrumental beats to it. I love instrumental music. I mean, classical, duh, but like all types of it, like EDM. Oh my gosh, the Rocket League music. Like the soundtrack for Rocket League is so freaking good. So like, yeah. Let's see here. Favorite track from the whole Minecraft OST? Alpha. Easy. I mean, like, you want to talk about expression, instrumental expression relating to Alex's thing too? Like, oh my goodness. I mean, Alpha, not only did I make a video on it, but the reason I made a video is because it speaks so much to me. I really want to get it on vinyl, really bad. My next choice is probably Sweden, where C418 just achieved That is magnum opus of just beautiful, beautiful music. Some, just so good. Theory, have you listened to Weird Bed and slash or yes, please? No, I have not, but I would love to check it out. That sounds interesting. Chat, we are at 10 people here. Siri just turned on my phone. I don't know why, but we have had 70 views so far. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by. That was very nice. This has been very, very kind of you guys. I really appreciate it. I feel like I've been kind of just sitting here staring into the camera. Do you guys want to see me play something? I'm happy to play something that's a little low effort. I could do Minecraft parkour or zombies. Something like as of that. So let me go back to the live chat here. Okay, so okay. How do I can I like pop out just the Q&A? No, I can't. Okay, we got a lot of questions here. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna stick in the live chat and I'm gonna end this Q&A because the problem is that not everybody's questions are getting put into the Q&A. So I don't know how YouTube works, guys. I don't know. So let's see here. We had a question here. I saw something about music theory. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Where'd it go, guys? I listened to Vampire Weekend. Dr. Coconut, have you listened to Vampire Weekend? No, I have not. Same. Roottown HTTP definitely needs support. Oh, wait, we've gone back a little bit. Okay. Question, how would you recommend one learn about music theory? There it is. Duh, right in front of my face. I struggle to learn instruments because of dysgraphia, but I find it interesting and want to learn more about it. How would I recommend learning about music theory? If you want to learn about the best way that I would recommend learning about music theory, get yourself a piano. A piano is perfect because it shows you the layout of everything music theory related. Music started with piano composition. Technically, it started with choir stuff. We're not going to go there, but with vocal, whatever. All right. I know there's some old music heads out there. Leave me alone. I know what Gregorian chant is, but music theory, if you have a piano, it's like everything starts to come to life. I actually taught myself piano through music theory. There are tons of great intro videos out there, but I would highly recommend Dysgraphia. Okay, it's not. Is that kind of like dyslexia, but with like symbols, like music? So like getting things mixed up. I don't completely know. But yeah, I would recommend check out an intro like music theory thing on YouTube. There's plenty out there, and just find interesting things and just tinker around on piano. What sounds interesting, and then when you hear someone talk about something in music theory, like chord progressions and what a certain chord does, mess around with it on your own. Make your own chord progressions on piano, and you will learn music theory very fast. It's such a fun way to do it because you can actually feel the difference. And you can do it even in like GarageBand or like an app on your computer, Okay, let's get through here. EDM kind of thing, lots of percussion, Alex. Yeah, so yeah, I know what you're talking about then. Breakcore is a really fast EDM with extremely high tempo percussion from my understanding. Yeah, like, then I've definitely listened to it. It's probably on my workout playlist. It's just solid. I'll send you an example via DMs if you want an example. Yeah, you go for it if you want. I'm down for recommendations too. Theory, you have to click a thing for your thing to be put in. Yeah, that makes sense. But I ended the Q&A, so now I can just see we're caught up in chat, so we're good. Alex, my favorite from the Minecraft OST is the end. It being made up of heavily distorted versions of the main songs is incredible. For the feeling of you aren't supposed to be here and there's no turning back. Yeah. Oh man, it's so good. It's just such a good OST. The end is just so solid. Grace with another question. How would you recommend going about practice with an instrument? It's a bit broad, but you did mention navigating through practicing a lot in college. Just like anything, making a routine out of it is going to help a lot. But also constantly reminding yourself why you're doing it. So first things first, I'd recommend, you probably, if you play an instrument, you've heard of fundamentals, right? For anything, it's probably scales. For brass stuff, I'm mirrored. For brass players, it's a lot of like lip slurs and playing in between partials, stuff like that. I start off every practice session with like 50 minutes of just doing my basic fundamentals before I even touch music. Um, and for brass players, you really have to do that, especially if you want to be like top of your game. If you're just playing for fun, find find the pieces of music that make you inspired. And even if you're a high school student playing music, right? The thing that kept me motivated, I love playing Star Wars solos on my trumpet. So I just play Star Wars every now and then to like practice, which it is practicing. It's just something fun. For guitar, I mean, guitar is my COVID hobby, and I wanted to learn all sorts of stuff. I wanted to learn how to write songs, and my basic go-to was playing Zach Brown Band chord progressions or Jimmy Buffett, and like just learning that way, you know? So that's my recommendation. Find out, really sit down and think about what is it that I love about my instrument. Think about your favorite songs that involve that instrument. Think about who inspired you. And if you don't know, go find people. I could name 10 trumpet players that I was like, if I could sound like them, oh my goodness, I'd be making a lot of money. And a lot of them I've actually met in real life, which is kind of cool because I went to nerd alert. I went to trumpet conventions, and so I still do, and I still want to in the future. Because, like, dude, I got to meet the guy that played lead trumpet on La La Land in the Incredible soundtrack. Like, that is so freaking cool. So, like, just meeting top-notch musicians is just another experience, and just finding them. Jacob Collier did a great podcast episode where he talked about just why he does music and what he loves about it. So, highly recommend. Okay, I need a break from talking real quick. I'm gonna drink bubbly. Dyslexia with writing. Okay, theory. Yeah, so it's like dyslexia, but it has to do with writing. It has to do with the disconnect with your brain and your hand. So find motor schools like writing or oh, I see. Okay, my bad for not understanding that. I'm a psych major. I should probably know something like that. But thank you very much for your patience in explaining that. So knowing that then with the disconnect for writing, do you have a disconnect then with online composition software? If you want to like compose music still, there's plenty of online tools that are free, like MuseScore that you could use. That's just point and click. I don't know if that has too much of a difference between that, but you could do lots of theory, what you would call it, hands-on theory experience with the composition software. You can do the same thing actually. So piano, I am not a doctor, right? So I don't completely know if this would help, but with my psych knowledge that I did get in with my degree, I know that like with it just oh my gosh, what was it called again? Dysgraphia. I wonder if piano would actually help. Piano, since you're using both of your hands with your fingers a lot, it's crossing both hemispheres of your brain all the time through the corpus callosum. And piano is one of the best instruments in terms of playing and actually memorizing music. And the reason why is because it crosses that so often. Music in general is a really good therapy tool. And I wonder if piano might be a good option. So don't let it get in the way. Try it out and see what happens. Okay, Dr. Coconut, what are some of your favorite music genres? Oh, I'm gonna get some flack for this. I'm gonna sound like a real nerd. Basically everything. I listen to just about everything. My favorites are probably songs from certain eras because I think every area of music has good and bad. If I had to name the ones that I listen to the most, I listen to a lot of Laufey or LeVay or Levi. I don't know how she says it now. Laufey is what I go to. So like jazz, smooth jazz, stuff like that. I listen to a lot of country music actually. I was born in Missouri. You guys got to give me a little bit of slack here. Like I do like country music. Oh no, I'm late furious. No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just talking about music taste. I listen to classical music every now and then. Mahler. Oh my gosh, guys. If you're not listening to Mahler, you got to listen to Mahler. He's the most I know he writes along classical music, but I promise you probably know most of the people here probably know 3 classical musicians: Beethoven, Mozart, and probably Haydn, maybe, or yeah, that's my guess. Check out Mahler, Gustav Mahler, Romanticism, like all that whole era of music is like massive symphony in your face, really cool. It's basically the era of music that inspired film music. Wagner, which not a great guy, but music, oh my goodness, the Ring cycle, like that dude inspired Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, like everything. So highly recommend. Yeah. But yeah, I listen to just about everything. I listen to a lot of rap music, like all over the place. Okay, take a breather for a sec. Henceforth, my day has been pretty good. Thank you for asking. There's a lot of chats in here, guys, so thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Chimpo and Alex, number 1 and number 2, respectively. Dr. Coconut says, I've never tried to do online composition. Yeah, you try it out. Let me know what you think. Theory, can you give some tips with public speaking? I'm going to be featured on a podcast on Wednesday and need some tips. Oh man, you're getting featured on a podcast? That's cool. Why is Siri listening to me? Shh. Okay. Tips for public speaking. The best way the best way that I can like give advice for this is to imagine that you were talking to your friends about it. If you're being invited onto a podcast, you likely probably know these people. Even if you don't, pretend that they are, that they're your friends, I'm sorry, this is not amazing advice. I'm not gonna lie, I've been lucky enough for public speaking that it kind of came naturally to me. And being a musician, I have to be in a lot of high stakes environments all the time. So playing wise, it just comes naturally to me. I'm in high stress environments all the time. So public speaking honestly did not seem that bad compared to some of the music stuff I had to do. So when I took my public speaking class in college, I was excited, and maybe that's some good advice is be excited and passionate about what you're doing. You're likely being invited onto a podcast because you're an expert in something. And because of that, I would recommend very much that you tap into, similar to what I talked about earlier, like, why are you there? Why are you passionate about what you're talking about? Because when you're passionate about something, it doesn't feel as scary to be up in front of people. Right now, technically, I'm talking to a small-ish audience, but you put 10, 15 people in a room, like, it's a decent amount of people. For some of my videos, it's crazy for me to think about. You put a couple thousand people in a room, and I'm like, I don't even know what that really looks like, being up in front of that many people, except for music stuff, and that hasn't been in front of thousands. It's been in front of a couple hundred. That makes me sound so not egotistical. My bad. But like, public speaking stuff, it's hard. But if you can really tap into that passion of why you're there, and why they invited you onto that podcast, I think you'll be better off. Being on a podcast is easy too, because you're not actually really in front of as many people. I actually struggle more so talking to a screen than I do talking in front of people. When I'm talking in front of a screen, like to you guys, I am imagining you guys as my audience rather than me just talking to my computer screen, in my office. Because otherwise, like, it's really easy to lose that energy that you need for public speaking, that passion. So keep reminding yourself of that. Let me know how it goes too. That's pretty cool. Missouri, oh God, I gotta get out. Yeah, my bad. Bach? Yeah, Bach is probably the one I was thinking of. A lot of people know Batch is. Shimpo says no Colorado sunset today, just freezing rain. It's weird. Colorado's been getting so much rain lately. Grace recommends Shostakovich. Probably a bit more popular, but yeah, it was a whole other thing. Oh, man. Shoddy 5. Oh, my goodness. Shostakovich is so good. My girlfriend's a horn player, so I have to listen to Shoddy 5 a lot. It is a beautiful piece of music. Beautiful piece of music. Liszt is also really good, Dr. Coconut. You were right. I had to do a lot of theory analysis for that dude, and made my brain hurt a little. Chat, thank you very much for everybody being here. If you are new, thank you very much. Leave some Q&A questions below. I've been answering questions all night, and we're still going. We've got about, I'll give us about another hour, and then I'm probably going to call the stream. So if you guys want to see me play a game right now, I'd be happy to play something that's a little bit more low-key. I'm happy to just sit here in front of the camera and answer your questions, just about anything. But, yeah, we're just hanging out. I need recommendations for games to play for you guys in the future. And if you guys are liking what you're seeing, please let me know in chat that you want to see more streams in the future. Because, you know, as things dwindle down and people come and go, I want to know, is this something that I should keep doing? Should I dedicate the time to making these streams? Maybe a weekly thing, maybe a bi-weekly thing, something like that. Gauging interest. And if not, that's okay. Also got to plug the Discord server in the description below and my second channel. But Discord especially, because you can have more of these conversations with me and just hang out. So it's fun. All right. Did my promo. Holy moly. Chimpo says Debussy has a funny name, but his compositions are some of my favorites. It's hard to see. Let me move out of the way. Ooh, I just got tugged on my ears. That piece of music on my piano is Claire de Lune right now. One of my favorite pieces of music of all time. Debussy is beautiful. Cathedral Rising Out of the Sea, I think, is a piece of music, something like that. And I took a counterpoint class in college, and we talked about how Debussy in his piano playing and composition actually mimicked light getting refracted off of the water as this cathedral's rising out of the ocean. It was so cool. It was one of the coolest classes. So highly recommend. Laufey's pronounced Leve. That's right. I can never remember how to pronounce Laufey or Leve's name. So there we go. Thank you, Chimpo. This is awesome. Stream when you can, bro. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. I hope I'm keeping up the energy for you guys. Seems like we're doing pretty good so far. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. Feel free to support me if you'd like, if you want to see more streams in the future. And let's keep this going. Theory, you should do music reviewing. I just want you to listen to weird bad names / yes, please. I really want to. But copyright, you know, it's so frustrating because I want to talk about music. If anything, I am giving credit to these musicians and getting their word out there more. If copyright didn't exist, I'd be talking about music way, way more often, but it just makes it so difficult. So the live streams, I can talk about video game music or other non-copyrighted music, but I cannot talk about that music itself, really, unless I can give my reviews, but without the music playing, which, like, if you guys are okay with that, I'd be happy to do it, but I feel like that'd be kind of boring to watch. So let me know. Dr. Coconut, I remember seeing something like Beethoven makes the pianist cry, Chopin makes the piano cry, and Liszt makes both. Yeah, yep. And Beethoven also makes actually both of them make the music theorist cry as well. I wish I had my homework to show you guys of that because it was horrible. It was so awful. Not fun. Alex, I'm partial to Chopin for classical. Chopin is so good. I would recommend Debussy. Thanks, Chimpo, for that. All right. Oh, I forgot. I love this low-key style of streaming. It is very enjoyable. Thanks, Dr. Coconut. I'm glad. Oh, henceforth, I'm so glad you recommended that. Okay. Oh, guys, I get to talk about the Outer Wilds for a second. Oh my goodness. Thank you, henceforth. Thank you. So I'd recommend Outer Wilds, a game. The music involves a very specific kind of nostalgia that I'd love to see you talk about. Boy, oh boy. Now, I don't have a video in the works yet because it is going to be a mega video. I have a feeling it will be my next Great Mystery video. So I've turned it into a little bit of a series, The Great Mystery of, right? Hawaii Part 2 is the first example, a concept album where it's just like, there's so much to talk about. They're long videos. Last year, I did The Great Mystery of the Little Girl's Dreams, which is about a little girl who was having nightmares that were basically predicting her own death, and a piece of music that was written that was paired with an animation that basically talked about it, which was fascinating. The Outer Wilds is a game. It is one of the best games I've ever played. I don't know why I didn't say it earlier, but I've been playing the DLC right now, for a couple friends who have been begging me to play it in stream for them. So I've been streaming it in Discord for them, and they've been helping me out. And the music in that game, every time so sometimes through like this window and outside, the sun will kind of shine through, and it's really pretty. And all I can think of is the sunrising theme from the Outer Wilds, like boom, ba da 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 da. You know, it's just so pretty, and the most beautiful acoustic guitar. God, what a great game. So yeah, I have a video in the works. I have about 30 hours of recorded footage of that game. So thank you very much for bringing that up. The Outer Wilds is one of the best games I played. Okay, I'm going to talk about this a little bit more, guys. For those of you who don't know, who have not played the Outer Wilds, I am not going to spoil anything, but what I am going to say is that the Outer Wilds, you need to go play it. It's very affordable on Steam, a very generous price. It's like $20. And this game will either make you cry or make you look at the world and the universe in a completely new way. And no, I am not kidding. This game, you truly could beat it in 10 minutes, straight up. But the only way you know how to beat it is by adventuring and discovering. In the Outer Wilds, you basically go around this galaxy that is basically on a micro level scale based off of our solar system, with very interesting terrains and all that. It's not random terrain generation, but you learn how these planets function and how they work. And I'm not going to spoil how you learn, but I'll just say trial and error. But it's fascinating because the only way that you can progress the game, that you learn the story, is it's not linear at all. Literally, you can just stumble across something that could be like, oh, this is how you beat the game. But the odds of you finding it are very low. And it's such a satisfying experience. I've never played a game that had a DLC where you had to go find it. That's how the DLC works in the Outer Wilds. You literally have to go find it. Which, like, that's not a normal thing for games. Usually you just pick it in the menu. So when I got the DLC, I was like, is it installed? Do I have it? No, like, you literally have to go find it, which is so cool. So cool. A story within a story that you have to go search the stars to find. And it's just adventuring. Oh my gosh. I could talk about the Outer Wilds for a long time. Is it on Xbox Live Theory? Yeah, it's on Xbox. It's preferred to be played on console, actually. So recommend. Please play it. Really good game I would recommend from Dr. Coconut is Terraria, especially the Calamity mod. Is probably my favorite video game OST of any game I played. Terraria is great. I haven't played too much, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's so weird that I didn't play Terraria as a kid, considering how much I was into Minecraft. But it's a really, really cute game. I really like it. I never got too much into it, just because when I'm in the mood for a game like that, I just go to Minecraft. But it's not really fair for me to compare the two. They're pretty different in a lot of ways. So, Outer Wilds is how I found Jacob Geller. Henceforth, yeah. Jacob Geller's video essay about it is really, really good. I am looking forward to making a video essay about it because I've got a lot to talk about with that game. Dr. Coconut says a nice background game I would recommend for playing during a stream is Cat Goes Fishing. Very relaxing and low-key with very chill music. Good to know. Thank you. Cat Goes Fishing. I'm writing that down. Let's see here. Games. Cat Goes Fishing. Okay. Written down. Thank you very much. OBRB, I'm going to download it. Thank you, Theory. Thank you. Good luck. It's such a good game. Chat, we have more people here. Welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by and supporting the stream. Make sure if you want to see more streams in the future that you leave some in the chat provided. And we're just hanging out, having a nice chill stream. Let me know if you want to see more of these in the future, and we'll continue going. Let me know, by the way, there's some chat protection stuff going on, some auto mod stuff. Let me know if it's being annoying. I'm seeing some deleted messages getting popped up, so like, let me know. I already had a problem earlier, so I'm not going to take it personally. Okay. Grace, you do not need to apologize. This is a Q&A. Sorry for all the questions. Don't be. but I personally play viola and was wondering if you've ever got yourself acquainted with string instruments. The only string instrument that I've been acquainted with is guitar. Viola, though, is a fantastic instrument. All the string instruments are good. I played in symphony orchestra, and straight up, I was actually happy to not be playing and I could just sit back and listen to the strings. Because, oh my gosh, when you see an ocean of people with the bows moving completely in sync, it is beautiful. And the violas are kind of I don't want to say they're forgotten because I think that's mean, but I think they're underrated. The violas basically hold up the texture of the orchestra, I feel like, so much that, and like, usually are forgotten about. Well, the violins are playing the melody, and the basses are holding down the low end and the cellos are doing pretty things. The violas are really keeping the texture so solid and really like changing nuances. And I feel like viola is just such a beautiful instrument. Props to you for being a string player. So, I mean, I was talking about fundamentals earlier. Like, when you start off a practice session with fundamentals, sometimes I like to think of it as momentum. I think of a lot of things in momentum, but practicing, especially where when you start out with something like that, with 15 minutes of just playing your fundamentals and getting warmed up, it builds momentum for the practice session and you like enjoying playing the instrument because you feel good at it because everything's warmed up and ready to go. Would highly recommend. Don't just pick it up and just start going crazy. I mean, you can if you want. I do that with guitar and piano, because they're not my main instrument. But if you're in school for it, like, start with those fundamentals and think of it as momentum. Every single time that you start playing those scales, you're gaining momentum for the rest of the practice session. And think of it as uplifting. It's similar to a workout where the hardest part of the workout is waking up. It's not actually the workout itself. It's literally just getting the motivation to go. Once you get over that hump and you find a way to get over it, everything else just locks into place. Another great way to do it is leave your instrument out. I don't do so much with the brass instruments because they get a lot of lacquer on the end. But like the guitar, the piano, I keep them out of the case. So, well, I have to with the piano. But the guitar, I keep out of the case so that I'm like, it looks so shiny back there. I want to play it, and I'll pick it up and I'll just try and figure something out. That's my recommendation. Maybe string instruments are tough. I know, like, especially with weather stuff, but if you can leave it out a little bit, maybe try that. So don't need to apologize for all the questions. That's why we're here. Amethyst, hello, just popped in. Welcome, Amethyst. Thanks for stopping by. I'd love to say that I found your channel a few months before when you did How to Train Your Dragon, my childhood favorite. Thank you for sharing essentially my joy for it as you did. Oh, you're welcome, Amethyst. Thank you very much for that. Oh my gosh, I had a lot of fun making that video. That How to Train Your Dragon was on my list since I basically made this channel. And once I learned how YouTube copyright was, I was like, okay, it's gonna be interesting how I'm gonna, make a video about the music in this. But you want to talk about a soundtrack that always brings tears to my eyes? Oh my goodness, John Powell cooked. It was so good. That's John Powell, right? Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon has a very special very special place in my heart, because of my connection with my little sister, through it. If she was here on this live stream right now, we'd be just pinging off one another about How to Train Your Dragon quotes because, like, we grew up with it, and as her older brother, it was just like, it was one of the first times seeing her grow up and see something and be so passionate about something. How to Train Your Dragon inspired her to be an artist, and she's actually going to school right now, in art. And it's just being able to see that as an older brother with your little sister growing up, seeing something like that from a piece of art that was just so inspiring that it literally changed the course of their life. That's magical. And it has a very, very special place in my heart. So thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you enjoyed the video, and thanks for saying hi. Dr. Coconut says, I think I found Geller from his video on the fear of cold. That was a very good video. I think I've been inspired a lot. I made a fear of forests video that was directly inspired by Jacob Geller. That, and I'm going to give a little bit of a hint for my next video. Might be related. Might. Yeah, those fear of videos, that whole series is great. All right. It's not on Game Pass, and I'm sad. Yeah, sorry, Theory. I think it used to be on Game Pass. I don't think it is now, but would highly recommend it. check out. It'll be on sale, I bet. It's starting to become an older game, like around 5 years old now, and it's great. I think it came out in 2020, and that's why it was so like it's so underrated because people. It took a while for people to, notice it. Let's see here. Chimpo, as well as Cat Goes Fishing. Web Fishing is a banger background game. I was playing it when we had our iconic game show call. Oh, okay. Bet. Oh, speaking of which, actually, for those of you who don't know, on my Discord server, we have monthly events where I just hang out with you guys, and Chimpo here in chat is our event coordinator who basically helps me behind the scenes get everything going and will help me host events. Jesus, I can't talk. And so, sorry, my ear's itchy. And so one of the things that we just did was our biggest project yet. We had the Discord server make a game show, and then we hosted the game show and they participated in the game show, and it was a ton of fun. It was called the Mass Debate. I know, funny name. But the creator of that isn't going to be here because he lives in Australia, but he's a super cool guy. Anyway, though, so basically, two people would debate on topics that range from like, is water wet to 1 billion lions versus all of Pokemon, and like just funny things like that. And it was a really fun time. The whole VOD is on my second channel if you want to check it out. But yeah, check out those events on Discord. We watch movies together. We play games. We had show and tell last weekend, like all sorts of fun stuff. It's a great way to get involved here in the community. Okay, let's keep going. Amethyst, the soundtrack, yes, it impacted my life so much, talking about How to Train Your Dragon. I walked down the aisle to Romantic Flight. Oh, that is so cute. I booked Kaya the live action because it meant so much to me. Oh, yeah, I wanted to, but my little sister wanted to see it, and so I went, and both of us were disappointed, but yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh, that's such a cute song to walk down the aisle to. Oh my gosh, my heart is melting. Let's see here. Dr. Coconut, what are your thoughts on the Silver Grill Cafe? Oh, man. Probably the most iconic Foco food place. I went there to celebrate graduation. It's so good. Cinnamon rolls there. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. And they get the food out to you so fast. Great, great place. Titan. Oh, that's an interesting way to spell that. Nice. I wanted to see if you've ever watched La La Land and if you had any thoughts about it. It wrecked me when I watched it, and the music was so pretty. La La Land is a great movie. Fantastic. I love the music and especially the cinematography and how they go hand in hand. It inspired loosely actually my videos, mostly because the way that timing works on beat with the music in that. Baby Driver is another great movie that shows it off where like it's so satisfying. And fun fact for you, Titan, I met the lead trumpet player that played on the La La Land soundtrack at a conference. He's super cool dude. He's the same guy who played lead trumpet on the Incredible soundtrack as well. He's just very cool dude. Theory, do you have any interests in the world of aviation? I do. I made my family promise that they would beat me up if I didn't get my pilot's license before the age of 30. Will that happen? I have no idea. I'm kind of broke, but maybe one day. Oh my gosh, the feeling of being in a plane, I love, but flying a plane, absolute cinema. I really want to. Okay, here's my life goal. When I'm like 50, I want to have my plane. I just wake up in the morning. I've got like coffee with me. I go up in my plane and I listen to Frank Sinatra and I just fly for like 3 hours by myself. It's just left alone by the world with my coffee and Frank Sinatra. And maybe listening to that'd be so nice. So I do have interest. The movie, what's it called? The Aviator with Leonardo DiCaprio. Good movie. Chimpo, I think we said next huge Discord event after the holidays. That's right. Yeah. So we do kind of like big events and small events. So the big events are like the game show, stuff like that. Small events are more like show and tell or movie night, stuff like that. Oh my gosh, Dr. Coconut, Secret Life of Walter Mitty reference. Oh my goodness. Chat, Dr. Coconut has said, a movie that I could not recommend, a movie that I could not recommend. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so I did read it right, but I think I know what you mean. movie that I could not recommend enough is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Might be the most beautiful and cinematic movie I've ever watched, and best unoriginal soundtrack of any movie I've watched. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty is one of my favorite feel-good films. It is so good. The passion for adventure and discovery, as Outer Wilds is to gaming with that, is Secret Life of Walter Mitty to film with that. It's just, there's something about it. Like, it's just, I love it. Jose Gonzalez did a lot of the music for Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And I listen to Jose Gonzalez a lot, especially because he wrote some of the music for Life is Strange, which is one of my favorite games. And it's just it's so good, guys. Would highly recommend that movie. And it's funny, too. It is really funny. God, I love Baby Driver. Yeah, it's so good. Amethyst, I'm not one for typical musicals, for lack of a better term, but I love La La Land. Yeah. It's so good. What's my favorite airplane? Okay, I was asked this during, I think, show and tell, and I actually don't know. Let me think. Oh, the Warthog. Oh, those things are so cool. They're like, you know, and it's just like the whole plane is just built around a big gun. That's so cool. That's so cool. My friend owned the Avalanche black pickup before they brought it. He tracked the VN and everything. What is that related to? I don't remember. I might be missing something. I don't know. Another great movie that broke me was Jojo Rabbit. Oh my gosh, Dr. Coconut. We are best friends now. Great movie. Great movie. Okay. I can't say what that movie is about probably without getting demonetized. But it's about a certain influential figure that is not great, that has a mustache. And it's about that person being a kid's childhood best friend. While he's growing up wanting to be part of the German military youth program. That is the most non-copyright way I could have said that. Non-demonetized way. It is very good. I promise. It sounds like it's a comical approach to something as dark as that, and it is. I promise you, though, it's not insensitive. It is very, very well done. It is a great movie. Chat would highly recommend. Dr. Coconut, my sister is a pilot and just married another pilot this August. Oh, cool. Congratulations to them. Maybe the most, if you know movies, if you either love it or hate it. You should definitely make a vid on Walter Mitty. I've thought about it. I had a video in mind. It's just called Why Life Matters. And it was going to talk about Life magazine and Secret Life of Walter Mitty and what that's about. A little synopsis for the rest of the chat here. Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It says I have 0 concurrent viewers right now, which is really funny because the chat's going off right now. Anyway, so Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Basically, it is about Walter Mitty, who's played by Ben Stiller, who both acted and directed in the movie. It is about him. Basically, he's a negative developer for Life magazine. And he has the job of publishing the last cover of Life magazine before it goes online. And it is about him having to travel all around the world because a certain mystery arises. And it's so good. It's so good. It's about photography and art and life and just so good. Oh, thanks, Chimpo. Taika Waititi plays, yep. And it's so unbelievably funny. Yeah, Taika Waititi is one of my favorite people ever. I have a really creepy sticker of him on my water bottle that you can't really see anymore. It's just his eyes. Let me see if I can get that to not reflect. Yeah, it's literally just his eye. It's like rubbed off. Taika Waititi is amazing though. I love him. Knives Out, another incredible movie with an insane soundtrack. Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very solid. So, yeah, I think we're all right. I'm starting to get caught up with chat. We have reached 100 views. Thank you very much, everybody, for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see here. Let me make sure that everything is still doing okay. I think everything is still up. We're just kind of hanging out, relaxing. I hope you guys are doing well out there. Thank you very much for stopping by. Chimpo asks, favorite movie of all time? Blues Brothers is your favorite movie. did we talk about Blues Brothers when I came and visit you? I feel like we didn't. Blues Brothers is such a great movie. Like, it's so good. Um anyway, okay, I'm gonna answer your question. Um favorite movie of all time. Uh Interstellar. I know that's typical, right? But I've loved Interstellar since I first saw it when I was a kid. It came out in, I think, 2014, and to this day, the music is beautiful, but it's the effects. The scene. Oh my god, dude! I keep burping so much. My bad. The scene of them floating outside of Saturn's orbit, where it's just this tiny little speck, and Saturn is just huge. It is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen in a movie theater. And I got to see it in IMAX last year, and it was just the organ part during the docking sequence and the organ playing what Hans Zimmer did with that soundtrack. Your whole chest feels like it's going to explode from the drama, and it's just a beautiful film about loss and about life and about exploring the stars and things we don't understand. I think about it a lot when I play the Outer Wilds. That's why I love that game so much. So that's my go-to favorite. Lord of the Rings is another close one, though. That's my favorite movie soundtrack of all time. 100, I think you need to get your eyes checked. I don't know. Okay, this is total views. This is total views. Not concurrent views. Concurrent views is different. Holy moly, chat exploded out of nowhere. Okay. I thought I showed you the Blues Brothers vinyl I got for Christmas. Did you? Did you? And I just, are you sure? Because, oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. If you want a great video essayist who sadly stopped making videos, make better media. He made a great video on Jojo Rabbit and the Truman Show. I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah, I don't know why he stopped making videos. Sideways is another good video essayist that kind of stopped. He also went to CSU, fun fact, Grace, if you're still here. Sideways, if you don't know, on YouTube used to have 1 million subscribers. They've been MIA for a long time, but they have a lot of popular videos. One of my favorites is how Pixar makes you cry. And yeah, Sideways is great. Planes, how brittle are your bones? That's not very nice. All I'm saying, though, is that if you punched me, it would sound like you're killing a skeleton in Minecraft. Next question. Amethyst, conversation reminds me of Shawshank Redemption. I watched it for the first time in college after I was assigned to make a poster for it in graphic design. That's cool. It is amazing. Top 10 instantly. Oh, yeah. Shawshank Redemption is so good. It is a great movie. That's one of my, go-to, when I'm just feeling like I need a... Shawshank Redemption is a great movie that feels like a book. I mean, it's based off of a book, right? Another Stephen King book turned into a movie, but, there are some movies that just feel like they're novels. That's one of them. Anything Martin Scorsese has made is like that. Wolf of Wall Street is another movie that's like that. Or The Aviator, that's a movie that's like that. Yeah. Gosh, I just got to show a friend of mine that Truman Show for the first time. She was bawling. My girlfriend, I don't think, has seen The Truman Show. Might have to torture her with that one because The Truman Show is so freaking good. I'm not going to spoil it, but you guys got to watch it. Gray says, have you ever watched Mr. Robot? It is quite a compelling story and interesting soundtrack. Mr. Robot, I started watching it. I think it's on Prime, right? I think that's what I was watching it on. It's really good. It's just, I'm watching so many shows, guys. I'm showing my girlfriend Better Call Saul, and I'm rewatching it. We're on season season 4. So things are getting good, but still. I've been watching way too much Grey's Anatomy. Please, it is way too much, but it's it's so addicting. I can't stop. I've been watching Arcane. I still got to finish season 2. I finished Severance. I went through Severance really quick because that was a really good show. But I need to see Ted Lasso. There's so many, guys. So many good TV shows are coming out, and I don't have time for it. Okay. Have you ever watched Doctor Who? Oh, there we go. Another shit. Yep. An episode which needs a video is Heaven Sent Gorgeous Cinematography, Writing, Directing, and Music. Yeah, I've heard of Doctor Who. I've seen a lot of the angels that only move when you look or when you're not looking at them, stuff like that. It has a lot of great ideas with a lot of resonating ideas that really influence pop culture. But no, I can say I have not seen it. Exposés on grief, Dr. Coconut. I think you're talking about oh, you're talking about Doctor Who? Yeah. Morgan Freeman also helps. Yeah. Yep. Definitely one of those movies that changed you after watching it. Yeah. Chat, thank you very much for your participation. I'm glad I'm not just talking into the ether. I really appreciate just getting to sit down, talk with you guys, and have a good time. Your Audi hosts question and answer sessions with their fans online. Good reference, Chimpo. Good reference. So your Audi is nervous talking in front of large crowds, has also a YouTube channel, and also plays an instrument that's made of plumbing. So, goated reference. Goated reference. Your Audi has a music degree. No, literally. Let's see here. If you own a camera, which I assume you do, kind of, you should try plane spotting. It's a great way to learn about aircraft, and it's always fun when it's with a 777, 747, or an A380. Cameras or plane spotting, that's interesting. I do have a camera. I gotta show off. Okay, I have two chintzy cameras. I don't have a really solid camera. I used to steal my little sister's all the time when I was still living at home, but don't use it anymore. Would recommend this though. This is a company called CampSnap. They make these little chintzy plastic cameras that are originally for kids who go to summer camp. Why do I have that? Because I'm a child, but also because these cameras are adorable, and I love the feeling of taking pictures, and I don't know how they turn out until I get back home to look at them. I took a black and white photography class in high school where I got to use a film camera, and that feeling I've been trying to recapture. And the same company, I am not sponsored, by the way, Camp Out, that's funny, came out with a video recorder basically that is making fun of a Super 8. It doesn't look like a Super 8, but it still has a nice like 4x3 style to it, and you can change the aspect ratios and all that on it. Those are my go-to cameras where like just they have a nostalgic feel to them and they're just fun. So yeah, would recommend those. But yeah, thank you for plane spotting. Interesting. Watch the Terminal List from Alex. It's incredible, and for military stuff, incredibly authentic. Very, very dark, but it's incredibly well made. Interesting. Okay. For military stuff, I had a kick for a while where I was really into military films. I don't know why. It kind of ruined pizza for me because I wanted to watch Saving Private Ryan really bad, and I watched it with my dad. And my dad is like, "Are you sure?" And it's like, "Yeah, I was sick, and we ordered pizza, and so I had my Domino's thin crust pepperoni pizza, and I'm sitting there." I open this bad boy up and I don't feel great. Don't worry, this is not a really gross story for people who have a phobia to this. But I'm sitting there and Saving Private Ryan, the intro D-Day sequence, and I'm eating my pizza. I'm like, I am literally I am looking at the screen, holding pizza, going like it was really bad, and that kind of ruined thin crust pizza for me. So yeah, not fun. Did not enjoy pizza for a long time after that. Dr. Coconut said, wait, okay. Music is also very well done. Okay, I'm trying to stick to questions here. But thank you. Yeah. All right. Okay. Furious Bearcat, how about any YouTube series lately that you've been interested in? Any that you've been intending to watch, or have all those TV shows been plenty? Well, Furious, first of all, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Any YouTube series lately that I've been interested in? Anything that Jacob Geller puts out, anything that Empleman puts out, anything that Solar Sands puts out, I am immediately one of the first people to watch it. When it comes to actual YouTube series, I am a huge fan of Hermitcraft and the Life series. I watch a ton of Hermitcraft videos. Like, there's a reason I made a video essay about Hermitcraft, because I love it, and season 10's getting ready to end, and I have so much nostalgia for Hermitcraft. We started this live stream off talking about time capsules. Hermitcraft, yeah, just, oh my gosh, it's so good. I can watch myself grow up through Hermitcraft videos, basically. Same with Etho's Let's Play. That's another series that I watch a lot. Every time Etho posts, I am one of the first ones there. So thank you for that question, Furious. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Amethyst, if anyone here loves hidden war stories, I couldn't recommend The Fat Electrician more. Oh, interesting. Do you know that a chicken farmer in Spain is the sole reason D-Day was a success? No, I didn't know that. Finds all the hidden heroes no one talks about that didn't say anything. Hermitcraft watched since season 7. Oh, good Amethyst. Okay, like, I love Hermitcraft, and what a supportive community too. Who's your favorite hermit? Mine is Scar. I would say, probably Etho. Etho, I have a lot of nostalgia for just as a creator. But my 5 that I go to, and probably more actually, Etho, B Dubs, and the dynamic between those two, Scar, Mumbo, Grian, and then on the outside of that realm, right? The ones I'll still watch from time to time are Tango. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm burping. My bad. Tango, Impulse. Their podcast, the Imp and Skiz podcast, is fantastic. That actually helped motivate me to make this channel. So they have a podcast up title called "What's Stopping You." That is so good, guys. It's so good. You got to go watch it. Yeah, Amethyst, B Dubs, 100%. Yeah, and Etho is so good. Dr. Coconut, like these people are my childhood. They're so good. Honestly, all the hermits though. Rendog was one of the first YouTubers I ever watched. I mean, Rendog has been doing great stuff, and like I love what he does. Oh, Alex. Okay, I have beef with Jacob Geller slightly for his Spec Ops: The Line video where he misses the entire point of the game, but it was almost a year ago. A year ago old, so I mean, fair enough, I guess. Interesting. I was meaning to watch that video and I never actually got around to watching it. That's one of the few Jacob Geller videos I haven't watched. Jacob Geller, okay. I am not one to critique Jacob Geller because literally like his content is like there's my content and then there's Jacob Geller. He's another caliber of YouTuber and writer and just everything. But Jacob Geller sometimes he goes over topics and I'm frustrated because he's not giving really as much of a personal account for it, you know? So like for instance, I read the book House of Leaves, which I really want to make a video about that. But Jacob Geller made a video called Fear of Dark, and House of Leaves was mentioned in that video. And if, for those of you who don't know, House of Leaves is about this family that moves into a house, and the inside of the house starts getting bigger than the outside, and it makes no sense. And then one day, this hallway just shows up that goes into a black labyrinth that's completely pitch black, and they have no idea why. And it's about them exploring it, and it is so good. The book itself is like a labyrinth. You have to like flip it upside down to read it. It's so cool. Anyway, Jacob Geller made a video about House of Leaves. Kinda, it was briefly mentioned, but he mentioned it for like maybe 2 sentences and then gave no personal like I don't know, no personal thoughts about it, which like that's the point of YouTube, guys. Like that's the point of being a video essayist. You want to be opinionated, at least to some extent. Like if you're doing like a documentary style thing, that's fine, and Jacob Geller kind of does that, but he is upfront about certain things. Like he'll talk about his political beliefs and all that very openly, which is cool. But I want to hear too, like what he thinks about books like that. And when he just kind of glazes over them and goes away, I'm like, no, you got to talk about it more, you know. So anyway, Corrales, going back to Hermitcraft, yeah, Corrales is great. On the topic of I already forgot again. Have you listened to her new album? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If so, what's your favorite song? Lover Girl. And also the ballad that she wrote, the interlude piece, is so cute. It was so good. And like actual orchestration. Oh my gosh, it made me so happy. What's your thoughts on the compositions of Nocturne, Interlude? Yeah. Bewitched and the Cuckoo Ballet. Yeah. All of them. Great. Very, very good. Just that interlude is just magical. That is the type of music that I wish was making it into the popular media more, because I think it's a lost form of beauty. Just jazz music in general is getting forgotten about. It's in everything. Everything you listen to has been impacted by jazz music in one way or another, especially American music, because jazz truly was one of the first American art forms, from unfortunately not so great roots, but we won't go there. But yeah, jazz music is just incredible. It is one of the first examples of Black expression in the United States in a way that is just like, there's so much about it. And like, I don't know, a lot. All right, chat. I gotta, I am not making this political in any way. This shouldn't be a political thing. But I think jazz in general in the modern day has been forgotten about in a lot of ways, that it started out as a form of Black expression and where it came from. And I think it's frustrating that like a lot of people these days don't really know that. Well, like when modern jazz, when you think of it, like I think of like Frank Sinatra is probably one of the biggest like jazz singers out there. Which is cool, but it's unfortunate that the face of jazz is a lot of white musicians that kind of just stole it. There's a lot of history behind it too, which is unfortunate. I've thought about making a video about before, but learned a lot about it in school, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but yeah, I'm a little side tangent there. So, let's see here. We have Furious Bearcat. Okay. Ooh, would love a video on House of Leaves. Oh yeah. I really, really want to. RJ Bites the Dust. I see your comment got deleted here. Just let me know if there's problems. The auto mod kind of freaks out sometimes. So anyway, let's keep going here. Oh, nice question. Leve. I know, Chimpo. Theory says, do you speak any other languages? If not, would you want to learn one? Or which one would you want to learn most? Oh, bye, Grace. Thank you for stopping by. It was very nice having you here. I do not speak any other languages. I took 1 year of German in high school, and then it conflicted with music, and I couldn't take it anymore. And I took Spanish. I sang in choir, so I got some different, like I've sang like Russian and Portuguese and all that. But yeah, in terms of actually knowing another language, probably Spanish is the I'm most confident on, but still, I don't know it, if you know. All right, let's see here. Dr. Coconut, thank you very much for another recommendation. I'm just going through here, chat. Just going through. Oh no, he went personal with the Spec Ops video. I'm very political, Alex, which is fair since the game itself is political, but he got so wrapped up in the meaning of one scene that he missed the context. Alex, I know what you mean. Sometimes the interpretation, you're just a little off. Jacob Geller is no stranger than that, man. He makes some interesting videos. Yeah, Grace, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Alex, oh yeah, history representation is being wiped out away today, but political stuff isn't fun to talk about, so we should not discuss it here, in my honest opinion. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Let's see here. What does it say? The stream is doing fine. I don't know. I got a warning from YouTube for some reason about something. I don't know. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys being here. Like, I can't thank you enough for how amazing it is just being able to talk to strangers on the internet about things that I love and what you love, and getting recommendations and talking about, like, finding things in common. I mean, I love talking about this stuff, guys, and I wish I had. Sometimes I wish I could get away with like the Moist Critical effect, where I just like talk in front of a camera and that's all I have to do to like make it really big on YouTube. But I just can't do that. Like, I'm just not that type of personality. And also, like, I like diving deep into the topics that I make videos on. But like, live streams are nice because I can just ping off of you guys and give my thoughts and just talk, you know? It's fun. And I like it, especially things music oriented. It makes me feel like my degree isn't quite as useless. So there you go. Again, I'm going to plug the Discord server in the description if you guys want to join. We are always welcoming new members. You can talk with me. You can talk with Chimpo, some of the people in this chat. It's a very, very friendly community. It's a nice little corner on the internet where things are very chill. People share memes. We have movie nights and stuff like that at least once a month, if not twice. And it's just really cool. So thank you, everybody, very much for being here. We're getting close to the 2-hour mark, so thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Let me get to some more questions. Already answered the language question. Let's see here. How does the chat XP even work? I stopped giving anything. Gives me 100. It's very weird. I don't know. I don't even know what chat XP is really used for on YouTube, to be honest. Oh, I know you used to live in Southwest Missouri. Hello from Joplin. Hello. You commented me before that you missed the Missouri summers. Do you miss Missouri much? That's crazy you remember that, Amethyst. That's very nice. You know, I miss a lot about Missouri. I miss the sound of the cicadas. So I grew up in Missouri until second grade, and then I moved to Colorado. So I had just enough time to live in Missouri to where I could become nostalgic for it in my childhood, but also enough time to not get the accent. And the Missouri. And, growing up there, I grew up in just outside of Springfield, Missouri. You know where that is if you live in Joplin. And I don't miss the tornadoes. I know that for sure. And I'm sure you know that with Joplin. But I miss the way people talk down there. When you run into people in the grocery store in Missouri, from what I've experienced, it's kind of that southern, like, they will literally talk to you about their whole life and they do not care what you think. They will talk, they are completely open. And that's something you lose with the further west you go in the US, or even the further east you go. And Missouri is like a nice balance. I always loved the people that I met in Missouri. I had some really good friends growing up there. I miss the humidity a lot. I miss the rain there, how it felt like you were taking a shower. It was so warm. I have so many memories of, there was a stupid game that I played as a kid where I would just throw I would just throw my outside toys into this tree in our backyard, and then I would like use other toys to just knock them out of the tree. Oh yeah, I was a really stupid kid. I'm still kind of dumb now, but anyway, besides the point. I would do this, and there's one specific memory I have of the rain there where it's just like pouring. I could barely see it. I'm like throwing things to get it out of this tree, and like just being a kid in Missouri was fun. It was a great time. I lived near a farm, so I went and I'd walk with my mom and my neighbors to go feed the horses carrots. And like, it was simple. Life was very simple in Missouri, and I do miss that. I vacation there all the time. My grandparents have a lake house on Table Rock Lake, and I'll go visit down there, and it's just magical every year. I will say though, the mosquitoes hate me. The bugs in Missouri are insane. So, but yeah, I miss Missouri a lot. Dr. Coconut, I wonder what percentage of people are from FOCO or Northern Colorado in this community. I don't know. I get a lot of comments though of people asking, like, are you from Fort Collins? Do you go to CSU? I'm like, yes. Yes. Well, not anymore, but yes. Like, I mean, I grew up in Fort Collins, and I named the channel after that, and now it's cool. It kind of made a name for itself in a way with the Fort Collins community, which is cool. So, Parker represent. Get out of here, chimpo. Nah, that's not even Northern Colorado. Not Northern Colorado, but I did go to CSU. Hey, Rams support Rams. Yeah, I don't know. I go Rams, I guess. Yeah, CSU is a good school. The football team is really terrible, but it's a good school. Wonder how much of that is Missouri and how much is just early childhood. You're right, Dr. Coconut. Like, a lot of it is really just childhood specifically, but Missouri has its quirks. The zoo in St. Louis and the Natural Discovery Museum in St. Louis are really cool. Really cool. The St. Louis Natural History Museum, if I remember right, has a bomber crashed into the side of the plane or side of the building sticking out, which is super cool. As a kid, that was like one of the coolest things. So, yeah. Thank you, Amethyst. I'm glad. Like, there's something about Missouri, like, especially in the evening time when the cicadas are in the summer covering up the noise of the city and the people. It's like, and in a way, it can be compared to what happens when the snow falls in Colorado, where it's completely silent. The sound of the cicadas in Missouri wash out everything, and because of that, it's very peaceful at night. It's just, it feels a little bit like an oasis, and Table Rock Lake especially is my happy place. That is where I go. I don't think about my videos. I don't think about anything. I just go and sit on the lake, on the dock, and in the evening time, there's nothing better. It is one of the most magical places on earth, straight up. And I hate that I'm saying this on a live stream, because now people are going to go to Table Rock Lake and leave it alone because it's nice and it's already overpopulated. So, but all right, let's see here. Arizona has desert and city. Okay, I have a friend who just moved to Arizona to go to Arizona U of A. U of A is apparently associated with Arkansas. I always think of Arizona first, but anyway, they were telling me about like the monsoons there and the oh, what are they called? Are they called haboobs? It's a really funny name. The dust storms that like stray out of Mad Max that just like devour everything. Arizona's crazy. I considered school there for a little, and I was like, nah, I can't. I need seasons, you know. The heavy January snowstorms in Colorado always bring the South Metro to a nice quiet lull. Yeah, Chimpo. Fort Collins is the same way. Like, I know it's not metro, like it's not the urban sprawl like it is in that Denver area, but up in Fort Collins, like it can get loud, and when that snow falls, it's magical. When you're walking down College Avenue through the middle of town, super busy most of the time, and you can't hear anything. It's great. Let's see here. I just moved to a spot on a hill just northeast of Mulberry in the spring, and I cannot wait to see a snowstorm. Oh, cool. Oh, that'll be fun. Northeast, let me think where that. So are you across I-25 then, or are you still on the Fort Collins side of I-25? Bro, U of A sucks. Yes, it's a boobs. Nice, got it. And yeah, okay. U of A, I mean they have a good football team, right? That's about all I know about U of A. They have a good law program. That too, I guess I know. But welcome, small human. Wonderful emoji. Hello. Yeah, we're just hanging out. What even is that emoji? Oh, actually, I think I know what that emoji is. Rip. What? So we're just chilling, hanging out. Figure Spirit Cat, one of the coolest memories I had up there was walking through the oval back to my apartment at night during a snowfall. Quietest moment of my life. Yeah, there's nothing like it. It's magical. Like snow is I don't know. There's something about snow, the way that it dampens noise, where it's like you can hear your own thoughts for the first time. Like you can hear your own heartbeat in your chest. It's just magical. It's just incredible. I never got that in Missouri. The ice storms in Missouri were crazy. I'm sure Amethyst can attest to that. The ice storms in Missouri were not fun, but you know. Commerce Surgery was over near DIA's. The snow was just a blanket as far as the eye could see. Oh yeah, I mean near DIA, out in the east, like it's just so cool. Oh, so you are east of I-25. Yeah, it's cool. And the football team is a baseball team on a scale of Tally Hall, though. Football team. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. The U of A football team is a baseball team on a scale of Tally Hall, the football team. So, like, I think they suck is what you're trying to say? Those snowdrifts by DAA can get nutso sometimes. I mean, yeah. Same between Fort Collins and Cheyenne on 287. Oh my goodness, that is a death trap. I can see the brewery right outside of my house. Oh, cool. Sorry, my brain is like melting here. I love snowstorms where you can hear the snow fall landing on the snow on the ground. Once we get a snow between ice storms every 2 winters, yeah, there's nothing like it. Oh, nice. Okay, what are your thoughts on the alley cat? Oh, duh. I don't know why I was thinking Olay. I've been playing way too much Minecraft. What are your thoughts on the alley cat? It's probably my favorite little places in Foco. Such a neat atmosphere. Alley cat it used to be one of my favorites. It's gotten more busy over the years. When I was in high school, back like 2015 through 2020, Alley Cat was so great. There was nobody there ever. Like it was kind of busy, but like if you avoided the students and normal hours, it was great. Now it gets pretty busy there, but that's my go-to when you're meeting someone for the first time. Like it's a great first date spot. It's a great date spot. It's a great hang out with friends spot. And it was close. Excuse me, it was close to campus, so it was a lot of fun. But yeah, Alley Cat is great. Quite a few 2 a.m. nights there. Yeah, like I have a lot of nostalgia for Alley Cat. The paintings that in there are great. The whole atmosphere is just fantastic. I love in the wintertime, actually, when the vines die on the outside of the windows and the frost builds up and Like when it's snowing outside and you're hanging out in there, it is one of the coziest atmospheres ever. So super cool. It's really nice because it's the only place that's open after 10. Yeah, that's okay. COVID did that, I think, a lot to Fort Collins, where nothing's open past 10 anymore. And it's such a shame. I used to go to IHOP all the time, and I know that sometimes is open late, but like we go to IHOP at like 2 in the morning in Old Town, and it was great. It was so much fun because everything was still open down there. But that is not the case anymore, unfortunately. It's a shame. But yeah, I don't know what it is with Fort Collins. There's a lot of places that just close. We have quite a few people here. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. If you would like, check out the Discord in the description below and come say hi. We have monthly events, sometimes 2 events, sometimes 3 events per month, and we just hang out. We watch movies. Sometimes we do big events. We had a game show a couple weeks ago, so we do some really cool stuff. Come say hi, come talk, come chat. We hang out. It's fun. Very serious question. How many donuts can you stack on it? It as in my water bottle. I could probably stack like 6 or 7 on there, probably. I'd say. Oh my god. Dude, now I'm hungry. I'm on donuts so bad. Oh my gosh. They just built a Krispy Kreme in Fort Collins, and whoa mama. Whoa mama. Like, no way you said depends on the donut. Okay. Let's see here. Assuming, Jesus, I can't talk. Furious Bearcat, assuming you're not vegan/vegetarian, did you ever buy meat from the CSU Meat Lab in the Animal Science Building? I feel like I was the only one who knew about it. I knew about it. I never really checked it out. During most of my undergrad, I lived at home. It was just like, it was easy for me. So I like, since I was already living in town and the dorms are way overpriced, I just lived at home for undergrad, and like that was nice. So I never really had to worry about grocery shopping or any of that. So I knew about it. I never put it to use, you know. Favorite ice cream place? Favorite ice cream place? I would say I like Dairy Queen a lot, actually. I'm a big DQ fan. I love blizzards. Mud pie blizzards are so good. Oh my goodness. I also like that new place that opened up in Fort Collins, Edison's. Oh my goodness. I have a gluten sensitivity actually, so like the fact that everything there is gluten free. Oh my goodness. It's a little pricey, but like that place is great. And on the corner too, there used to be a Starbucks there, which like, sure, that's okay, but like Starbucks is corporate, boring. Edison's local ice cream, oh man, right on the corner underneath that hotel in Old Town, just great, fantastic. Bro, how am I not in the top 3 for the chat? No, I don't even know. It's like you were in top 3 and now you're not in top 3. I don't understand how this chat works at all. Literally don't know. Oh man. All right, let me check my fantasy football score while we're waiting for more comments to pour in here. All right. I think my mom just submitted a question here. She texted it to me. Hi, Mom. Thanks for stopping by. Why does the Teddy Swim song Lose Control sound so good? Like, I love the song and don't even care about the lyrics. There's something about the instruments, his voice, and the melody itself. Dad told me to ask you. Oh, hi, Mom and Dad. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know. Okay, I can't play it on stream. I gotta hear it off the top of my head. My best guess is, though, is that sometimes, like, with the instrumentals in a piece of music, when they line up, okay, here's the best way I can put this. When you listen to really popular artists right now, Noah Khan is a good example. LaVey is another good example. LaVey, Jesus, I can never get that right. Music where the instrumentals themselves carry just as much weight and personality as the lyrics do. And when the two, they're not just the same, but they complement one another, that's when I think that's what you were actually addicted to the song, when it just scratches something. It's why Noah Khan's music, I love all of it, because all of his instrumentals, like the way he plays guitar and all of his music, it's like a separate voice. It's like a duet between him and the instrument. Jim Croce is another, or Jim Cross, I can never get that right. Another great example. Time in a Bottle. It's like, if I could have time in a bottle, and he's like, the guitar is another voice along with him, not just musically, but like metaphorically. If you listen to how the guitar changes between happy and mysterious minor chord progressions, it's magical. There's nothing like it, and it really feels like a duet between musician and instrument. That's when a piece of music, I think, really just hammers home to me. So, it's just fantastic. Hi, FCP mom and dad. Shut up, Chimpo. Anyway. I know, but I definitely am for frequent stream elements. Everyone's saying hi to my mom and dad. That's very nice. Leave them alone. Listen to the song Hannah Hunt by Vampire Weekend when the breakdown happens, my god. Oh, bet. Okay. FaceTime Grandma and Grandpa FCP on stream. No. Get out of here, Theory. No way. Get out of here. Oh, okay. All right. I think I'm caught up, actually, with questions. We're getting close to the end of the stream here. I've been going at it about 2 hours. So, okay. I'm going to answer 5 more questions. 5 more questions. And then it seems like this stream is somewhat successful. So if people want to see more in the future, let me know. And let me know what you would like to see me stream. And also stream days too. I can move it around in the week. Monday was easiest for me. I kind of like the idea of like, I post a video and then I live stream later in the day and I can talk about it, stuff like that. But yeah, let me know. So we are going to answer 5 more questions. Favorite part of Dream Suite in C major? That is question number 1. Favorite part. The beginning piano. So he's like, alone at the edge of the universe, humming a tune. For merely dreaming we were snow. Bum, bum, ba, ba. And then it's like a siren sound. Da, 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 da. I can't get copyright claimed here. But then out of nowhere, the piano just goes da 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 da, and it's just going up and down the keyboard in these octaves, and it is incredible. It's what caught my ear and what got me on Hawaii Part 2 in the first place. There is something about that where I was just talking about when lyrics match the instruments and they complement one another. Sitting at the edge of the universe alone, humming a tune for merely dreaming we were snow. The way that the piano and that match, like the piano basically resembles snow in that part of the song, but also the stars and the universe, and just, it's great. It sets the stage for the rest of that, basically like wrap up for the musical, if you will. It's just so good. So good. So, Dr. Coconut says, yes, please. I love the streams with 10-ish people. They are so fun. Oh, yeah. It's just chill. There's not like a billion people, so you can't get your voice heard. And I'm happy to grow the community more. And that seems like a really fun way to do it and really get to meet you guys. So, but yeah, this is really fun. Next question. What is your favorite example of non-linear storytelling? Interstellar counts as linear, I would say. It just flip-flops. So I'm not going to do Interstellar. Non-linear? That's a good question. Non-linear storytelling. Before Your Eyes is linear, too. I was going to say that because it's a really good game, but it's also linear. Man, I'm trying to think of non-linear. There's one. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it right now. What is it? I mean, probably Outer Wilds. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Outer Wilds, there was one other that was on the... It was like coming to mind that I can't think of right now. But yeah, as of now, I'll say Outer Wilds because it's not linear. It is... I've never experienced a story that molds itself around the viewer like that. It was really cool. Black Mirror had some good nonlinear episodes, I'd say, also. But yeah. Chimpo, excited for GTA 6. Yes, I am very excited. I am excited to experience a GTA game at an age where I can actually experience a GTA game and the multiplayer and the campaign. That might be a game I stream. I don't know. I am obsessed. So, like, all the memes and stuff we've been waiting for forever. I have come to love Rockstar's games over the years with Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA. And I played LA Noire, another great game, great soundtrack, like, so good. I guess that's, well, that's kind of linear storytelling, but that was a really good game too. Sometimes I forget I played that game. Okay, Dr. Coconut, I'm gonna, let me see here. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm getting to everybody here. Okay. Favorite song on Hawaii Part 2? Probably Dream Suite in C major. Because of, I mean, it's the OG, you know, but I would say Stranded Lullaby is my underrated favorite. The harp in Stranded Lullaby is beautiful, and the juxtaposition between the two. So again, talking about pairing of instruments. In Stranded Lullaby, you have a harp that is playing arpeggios up and down, over and over, like a lullaby. But on the other hand, the lyrics are talking about being alone and being very, very alone, which is kind of the antithesis of what a lullaby should be. A lullaby is sang by a mother to a child, right, to put them to sleep. So, like, the fact that this song has this beautiful harp playing that makes you feel like you're floating on a cloud, right? That is not a Variations on a Cloud reference. And then the lyrics telling you the antithesis of that is incredible. There's nothing like it. Like, just underrated song. So, Pulp Fiction ? Chimpo. I don't. Do I like it? Yes. Let's see here. Yeah, Alex. Like, I know what nonlinear is, but like, I'm trying to think of like a good example of like my favorite use of it. You know, and I'm struggling to think of an example. I'm sure I'm going to think of one right as I stop going live. But let's see here. I almost read the stream elements. Shout out. That's funny. I don't usually cry, but the first time I heard it, I actually sobbed. That song will forever have a special place in my heart. Yeah, it's just magical. Still tensions. Yeah. Oh, man. I'm getting copyright strike. We put in the lyrics. No, just kidding. I have time for like 2 more questions, and then I think we're gonna call it at around 9:30. We'll call it there. Oh, Pulp Fiction is an example of nonlinear storytelling. Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like there's another film that like just came out recently. Everything Everywhere All at Once does that. That's a good movie. But there's another one that I'm trying to think of that does it that I really, really enjoyed. Oh my god, why can't I think of it? I think it was an A24 movie. It just came out recently. I can't remember it right now. Best Lego set of all time. That's a fantastic question, Theory. I would say the best Lego set of all time probably has to be the OG X-Wing fighter, like the original X-Wing fighter set. I have one back home where it literally, like, it still has the rubber bands on the back that lift the plane wings up and down, you know, and like that set is just so good. It's so good. Not gonna lie, I really want to get the Black Tower with the Eye of Sauron on it. That's brand new. I want it so bad, but it's like $500 and I don't have the money for that. I got to pay rent, but oh my gosh, so good. These questions are crazy. Okay. Guys, don't ask anything, so he goes later. Whatever. Small human, what bone do you think would be the coolest to turn into a weapon, and what weapon would you make it? That's certainly a question. Um, a spine. A spine would be kind of cool. I know that's like a bunch of bones, but like a spine would be pretty cool if you made that into a weapon. Like a sword, but like a chain sword, you know? So it's like moving and like, oh, that'd be cool. Like a whip almost. That's got to be in like Doom at some point, right? What do you think your Super Smash Bros. Ultimate move would be? Kirby down arrow. Down B. Yeah, Kirby down B. Yeah. I don't play a lot of Smash, guys, but yeah. Thoughts on SCP? Fantastic. I don't read them a lot. I used to listen to them a lot. I used to listen to like it was like the SCP reading something. It was like a channel that would read through SCP Foundation posts, and Wendigoon I think has done a couple videos on them that are really good. Okay. Yeah, whip spine sword. Thank you. Like that's pretty cool. All right, chat. I think that is going to conclude our stream. I think like I've answered a lot of questions. My voice is tired. So here's what I will say. If Amethyst, that whatever you put got deleted by stream elements, I have links disabled, so that might be it. But I just want to say thank you everybody for stopping by and saying hi. It was very, very nice. I know most people are probably going to head out here, but for the people who do stay, thank you. I am so excited with the turnout here, and I'm excited to do more of these in the future. Let me know, do you want them weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? Let me know. Do you want me to play games? Do you want me to just sit here and talk? I am happy to do whatever. I think playing games is a little bit more entertaining, and you guys get to see me go through that. Q&As are fun, but I think like doing something gaming oriented is a really good time. So you guys let me know. Enjoy watching the VOD of this afterwards. It'll be up on my channel, and the more support that these get, the more time I'm going to dedicate to them. The behind the scenes YouTuber stuff aspect of this is that this is my job. This is what I do for a living. So whatever gets the views, whatever gets the love and support, that's what I dedicate my time towards. Right now, obviously the videos are the main thing. But if the live streams keep doing well, they keep doing the thing. If you would like to, you obviously are not required to, but if you would like to donate, there's a link in the description to this that you will see in the VOD as well as right now, that you can donate literally any amount. But the top donor will be featured in the intro video that plays before every single stream, along with Chimpo and I. I will literally edit you into it. And also, it's a great way to support these streams and to keep them going. I know it's a tough world, and it's a subscription heavy world, and money's tight, and that's so fair. Like, I get it. Like it's brutal. But yeah, if I can, I want to dedicate more time to these because this is a lot of fun. So thank you guys very much for stopping by. I hope you have a very, very good night. Go hang out on our Discord server, by the way. Link also in the description. I think that is about everything. FCP, you were one of my favorite YouTubers recently. You watched your Hawaii Part 2 video on a flight to LA. Theory, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's a great video. It was a lot of fun. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Chat, we started off this video, or I guess live stream, talking about time capsules. And I'm happy to say that this is a very nice entry into the time capsule catalog of this channel. It's the first FCP live stream ever. A Q&A that was very fun with you all. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever time it is where you're at. I hope it's good. And I wish you a great rest of your week. Thank you guys. I love you guys very much. And like, I just really appreciate it. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Adios.